animated sexy. I'm like, no.
Dude, oh shit, we're live. All right, all I'm gonna say is hello, everybody. Welcome to the final episode, and I have a question for you: Redline or Tailenders? But anyway, ending that shit really quick. I'd have to admit, the first 15 minutes. What is it? First 15 minutes? The opening acts of both movies against each other. Obviously, Redline gets it because it's so colorful and shit. But yeah, you guys can go. Whatever.
I think Redline's was a bit more intense too. But I think, if I'm being honest, Tailenders opening did a lot more to set up what has to come because it was a shorter time frame.
Right? Because it has a lot of content like Redline does, and it has all the flashy stuff. But that ending killed it for me, dude. It was just so... Fuck. It's like, we ran out of money. They were driving too while animating. And once that gas tank ran out, they were like, oh shit. What scene are we on? All right, put the end on that bitch. Right on that same fucking panel.
Were we talking about Redline or Tailenders?
Redline.
Yeah.
And Tailenders is just like, it was short and it left me wanting more and kept me wondering. And being old, those are the type of shits I like now. I mean,
you're not that old, because then it makes me old if you're old.
That's all right. We're old.
No, it's not worth.
I'm sorry, but this is the generation where we're 25 is the new 80.
Now think about this. Tony is like ancient compared to...
No. It regresses, then goes back up, then goes back, and you reset when you're 74. So in actuality, Tony's
logic word.
Yo, I like Redline for the story. It has a lot more world building and all that stuff. How the government works, how the racing company works, the different worlds and whatnot, and the interactions between racer mechanics and whatnot. I like the main character. I like the gangster feel of it. I like so much more than Tailenders. Tailenders is good. Don't get me wrong. I just Redline. There's no comparison. It's like you either want the whole slice of pizza or do you want just the pepperoni? I'm like, I'll just take the whole fucking pizza. Fuck you, niggas.
Yeah, and exactly. Which is why we have a podcast. Because it's like there's no wrong answer here. But yeah, dude. So you got anything to say on this subject? Anyone else on the subject? Or we can move on to Cowboy Harry? What are we doing?
Merry Christmas.
And Happy Kwanzaa.
I don't want to say it now because it's almost Christmas. Man, fuck y'all niggas. Happy birthday, bitch. It is my birthday. Fuck you.
Oh, yeah. I did want to address the audience for like 2 seconds. So
I do have a message for the audience too. So let me go first because fuck you, Ahmed. Last Christmas, I gave my heart out, and the very next day, but this year,
get out these reruns, bro. Okay, really quick, let's open this up with some sort of organization.
I was gonna say something.
Oh yes, go on.
It's okay.
Yeah, go.
I did want to say to those people who are just discovering our podcast, thanks for watching, and we hope you'll watch some of the other episodes we had.
Go fuck yourself.
To those who have watched either a good portion or a majority of our podcast, thank you for watching them. We appreciate it. As you all know, or will soon find out, this is our last podcast before we decide to go ahead and work full-time on Barrage 3, which we're hoping to get out sometime next year, hopefully. And then we won't return until that's actually published. And then we'll go from there. But yeah, I just wanted to show my appreciation for you guys tuning in and paying attention to us. It really means a lot.
And it's not like we're gone forever, guys. Obviously, we say it almost every podcast. I think we were slacking the last two, but whatever. You can follow us on our social medias, all at the links below, and keep you updated, maybe. But yeah.
I do want to say that this may not be our last podcast. We might have two specials. One, I'm planning on making a Pokemon retrospect video, because retrospect sounds cool and it's clickbait. And talking about our experience with Pokemon, because fuck you guys. And I want to get a special guest somehow, maybe. So yeah, look forward for that. Maybe not.
No, that's fine. So then I guess I'll amend my statement to say this will be the last episode 0 for a while until Barrage 3 is complete.
Hopefully, I beat Pokemon by then.
You will, because you want your Bryken, right?
I do. No, I don't have to beat it to get Bryken. But
I'll make you beat it to get Bryken.
Wait, what? No. What? No.
Warren, I won't trade it to you until you beat the game.
No, you're No, I don't need that. I need her.
You're taking too long, man.
I will find her.
The game's been out for a month. You should have beaten it already.
No, oh, man. I gotta find the Buddha Bob Jello pieces. I gotta grind up my Pokemon to at least level 50.
Wait, you're not 50?
This shit, man.
You're on the 4th island and you're not even 50 yet?
Huh?
You're on the 4th island and you're not 50 yet?
Yeah, because I don't XP share. Okay, this is how I fucking do it, all right? I start off with my initial team, whatever, and then, like, at certain points, I swap them out for weaker Pokemon, and I keep I have rotation. So, like, my starter is weak as shit because I, like, rotated them around and fucking Ghastly got the Gengar in, like, less than 15 minutes. Well, thanks to Tony's training and shit. And, like, yeah, it's just like, and Greninja, he fucking was like, I'll take it all. I'll kill everybody. So some people got more XP, some didn't. So the current build I have, we got 46s. Think of 47.
Actually, that's not too bad. You haven't beaten the island yet, right?
No, I fucking, yeah, I just found out who the Kahuna is. Fucking liar, bitch. Fucking suck my dick. Circumstance, motherfucking slut.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Hopefully that's not a boy, but if it is, whatever.
Had enough of those in Pokemon.
So before we get to the nitty gritty, what?
Oh no, yo, fuck you, Ahmed. I'm in the middle of the 4th island. My height is like 43.
You're gonna get Buddha scooped.
Mm-mm.
Like this? No, you will.
It's called skills and tactics.
When you start crying, just let me know so I can laugh at you. Okay?
Ahmed, I try really hard to die, and this game cannot kill me.
Did you beat Mallow in one try?
Who the fuck is Malo?
Fucking
the trial captain, the waifu with the food,
with the bug, the fast.
Yeah. No, I haven't died yet. Yeah, I beat everything.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Shasta. Your ass died, boy.
No, I reset it because I could do better, but no, I haven't died. I haven't lost.
Oh, there's the ticket. He reset. He's softcore. He's not real.
Wait, no, because I could have done better. I beat them and be like, I wasted too much potions. Let me just do it again. But I haven't died.
That counts as a loss.
You know what? I'm gonna.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Like Ike says, I believe in my friends. So fight for your friends, Warren. Believe them too, Warren. So what is the most memorable thing? It's been a while since we had a podcast. Like what are your memorable events that you've done? What have you been up to in the past 2 weeks? So we can have a good start off point. If we haven't started already, but
so I finished my finals and my semester is done for my first semester in grad school. So yay! I'm pretty sure I passed this semester with all A's. So I've got Dean's List 4.0 GPA, which is nice. And on top of that, I have begun doing some weird internet applications. I've been coding them, so like I'm getting more into the mindset of my career goals, and I think that's an interesting change because I've been wanting to get into computer science for a while, but it's not until I got inoculated into this program that it's finally starting to like actually take effect, and now it's starting to become an integral part of my life. Just like when I started art, it became an integral part when I was doing it every single day. Now I'm actually coding every single day, whether I have homework or not. And like I found out after I finished my final, then when I got home, the first thing I did was I started coding again instead of taking a break or anything because I found it interesting. And so just like observing that change in myself has been pretty surreal, I guess, and interesting to see myself in a new light, I guess.
It's good to find like I was talking to Tony about like a few friends I have who just like they're just caught up doing internet stuff and they're trying to find like their passion, right? What they want to do. Like if all the power went out, all the internet went out, what would you do? Like, or there's nothing else to do. Like what's a good hobby that you could have yourself doing? A lot of people answer me like, I don't know, Warren. I just want to be on Facebook all day. So hearing you say like I'm doing it regardless whether my homework's done or there. I'm like, shit, good job on it.
I found my place in life.
Did you?
Well, kind of. I found out what I should be doing in life, but I don't know where that will take me.
Right. Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I want to start coding.
And I finished Cabaneri.
We'll get to that shit. We'll get to that shit.
Wait. Asterisk. I finished Cabaneri with John.
Oh.
So John sat me through it. And
I know where this shit is gonna go.
So we actually had some interesting conversations about it too. So I can bring them up later when we talk about Cabaneri.
I already know where this shit's gonna go. I'm all right. Get the angry personalities out. All right.
Yo, I've been doing a lot of random stuff, but I've been building a perfect grade Gundam, and I realized to myself that I'm pretty torn mode. My mind is really factored in torn mode, and I've been breaking a lot of pieces because I'm not focused, and I didn't realize that. Yeah, I'm that destruct with my environment. So it's pretty interesting. And now that I know that's happening, I could fix it. And I didn't know that Gundam actually building those Gundams actually made me. I know relax is the wrong word, but refocus myself on because basically if your mind is thinking about something else as you're building a Gundam, you will fuck up and break pieces, skip steps and whatnot. And yeah. That's pretty interesting. I started playing DC Universe again. It was a slow burn getting back into it, but yeah, it's fun. And I haven't played MMO for like 2 years, or maybe even more. So it's pretty interesting. I haven't fell into a hardcore, but it's cool seeing this world that I was so invested in coming back literally like 6 or 5 or 8 years later and seeing how much of that world has changed and how much it still the same and how much things are just automatic. It's like these deep memories and thoughts just come back out and you just do stuff that is natural. And it's pretty sad to say this from a video game, but I really do find it good video games help people clear their minds and it teaches them life mental skills, and it's pretty cool. A bunch of other stuff I can't really remember. I've been getting drunk, so yeah. Now I'm done.
Hey, to Tony, I had a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
You said that you noticed that your mind was getting like was the word fractured or it was like disjointed, like you were thinking all over the place while you were doing your Gundams and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Have you or do you try meditating at all?
Well,
oh my god,
I didn't notice that I stopped doing that. So yes, I do meditate, but I haven't done it for at least a year, and that action made that apparent that I haven't been taking good mental care of myself.
Okay.
I hope that answers your question. If it doesn't, you can rephrase it.
No, that did. That's exactly what I was asking.
And I was thinking, am I psychic, bro?
Probably.
I was thinking about how important meditation is, and it's like it's taking time away from everything and closing your eyes so you don't see any brand logos, nothing like that, your posters, anything about it. You're going in your mind, and the first thing that your mind makes up for you to see, you're synthesizing what you're seeing, and like you're taking a deep breath, and you're in that realm, in a realm kind of what you made. And yes, kids, and no, meditation isn't just fucking sitting fucking crisscross applesauce with your fingers in a circle and go hum. No, it's just taking time just to kind of exit out of this world a bit. Not dying, I mean, but just settling yourself in your own thoughts so you can come back refreshed with a new perspective. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was thinking about that today, and I was like, shit. Yeah.
It's what interested me about what you said is that meditation is kind of like escaping out and then into your own little world of sorts. I agree with that, and I also think that that might be only like one form of meditation. There's a lot of forms, and they have kind of different effects because, I don't know if I could say this with 100% certainty, but I know, as you both know, I'm religious, and so I do pray. And when I pray, I find myself enjoying the benefits of what happens when you do meditate. Maybe it's because I'm only focusing on one thing at the time, or I'm reorienting my thought process to sort of be accepting of what I'm doing in that process of praying, and that helps to clear my mind for the day and stuff like that. Or it could also be like if I'm reading the Bible, which I also do because again I'm religious, then that also has the same effect. It's kind of like I'm taking a look at the words and the events and the happenings of like somebody else looking in from another perspective, and that allows me to disassociate myself with the current reality, and it achieves a meditative like effect, if that makes any sense.
Exactly. Like when I'm running too, like I don't close my eyes because I fucking die. But it's like I feel like I'm gonna be called crazy. I already am, so fuck you guys. I see it as my head. In those movies where the CEOs get into like the highest top of a tower and it's all glass around and they're gathering at the giant table for a meeting. Mm-hmm. Like that's how I'm like with all my personalities in my head when I'm running. They're like, all right, what do we have? It's a Tuesday morning. All right. What do you have for today, Bob? What's your presentation? And they all just talk shit about like what they need to get done in my head. And they talk about new guys come up with presentations for new stories we should do. And then he gets thrown out the window and executed. And then, but yeah, it's just, I realize you can meditate in more ways than just that. And like kind of going against what I said about closing your eyes, closing yourself off to kind of logos and stuff that already exists or whatever. But it's like, even when I'm in a training mode for my favorite game, Marvel 2, like it's just like, it's such a other state of mind. You're just so into it. Like, I don't know. It's kind of like, you just let your body take over and your mind somewhere else. Driving somewhat too, but I don't recommend it, kids.
Go.
My thing is, I wonder if it's the same, but just slightly different. I am a severely anxious person. I have nerves. I have anxiety. I am uneasy. I can't sleep. I'm always thinking about the worst. I'm always thinking 3 steps ahead in the worst way you could die in any specific situation. And
I thought I was the only one.
And that literally kills me, especially when everyone around me is the same way and they focus on the stupidest thing. And it just makes the stupid real life problems a lot bigger. And like if someone talks to you a certain way, you're like, they hate me, they're mad, their attitude, but like it's just speech. It's just they're answering your question. But okay. When I'm building the Gundam, I get anxious for the Gundam. I expel all that anxiety, that ethel, that urge of get it done and not sleeping when all my energy is in the Gundam. And that helps me release that energy where it'll go somewhere else and be more detrimental. Because if something happens with my Gundam, it's not the end of the world. But if I do something with other people in the real world, they're going to have real life consequences. So I excel that energy, that negative energy on my Gundam, and I could go on the real world with like just relaxed, or even just that part of my brain is tired, so it won't blow up situations. And I hope that makes sense, but I found that pretty interesting.
No, I feel you.
I don't know if that's actually considered meditation or not, but yeah,
it's different for everybody. Honestly, there's no one definition, as we said about like with stuff with storytelling. So to kind of answer what I said about what I've done, work. I've been working on commissions. I've been streaming again. It's actually pretty fun, and with people watching you and you don't want to waste people's time, it kind of teaches you to be like, all right, turn off the internet. Take off Firefox, whatever, except the chat so they can communicate with you. And you're just concentrating on getting whatever piece you are done or getting whatever portion of it done for the day. So using that as an exercise, I'm learning to concentrate more on drawing now again, rather than, oh, let me take a break, look at Facebook, whatever. And now recently I'm starting to do it again where I don't need music to draw anymore. And I'm like, and pushing myself along with my own thoughts. It's very interesting. I come up with a lot of new ideas I can use for future projects and stuff. So it's pretty good productivity wise. I've been playing some fighting games, of course, is what I fucking do, mate. So, and I realized that the reason why I play a lot of these fighting games recently is because I was talking about it with a friend, and I play Smash Brothers because I like the gameplay. I can play anyone. Not saying I'm fucking good or anything. I'm just saying, like, I can play anyone because it doesn't matter who I'm playing. I'm playing the game, and I enjoy the game. But if I'm playing like Street Fighter 5 or something, I was like, I want to play Chun-Li. For when I play those other games, it's more character oriented because it's like the gameplay is not that fun for me to be like, I can unconditionally just hop on someone else because the system is that fun. I don't feel like it for other games like that. Marvel 2, I felt that way. I can play Spider-Man one day, fucking Iceman the other day, Chun-Li one day, and it's just like, so that's a little revelation I've been having with myself. Like, I play a lot, like the games I play for characters only, I don't play for that long. Like Persona Ahmed and shit like that. It's just like, it's not as engaging to me. Still fun though. I still buy that shit, but still need to figure it out. Like I was talking to Tony, I was watching a Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess playthrough, and then they were talking about, oh, Skyward Sword is the worst game. This is the worst game. And I'm like, and I look at all these Legend of Zeldas, and there's like, oh, this is the Legend of Zelda they wanted. They wanted Ocarina of Time done with a more dark art style and all this shit. And I'm like, Legend of Zelda does the same shit over and over. Like, I could be fucking wrong. And the only thing that changes to me, besides maybe sailing and Wind Waker shit, is aesthetic. And, like, Mario's kind of the same way. And it's just like, that's why, like, Legend of Zelda never really got to me. It's like, it's always that peer pressure of like, oh yeah, Zelda's the greatest, man. It's a fucking classic put on your shelf next to Mario and Pokemon. You fucking call it a day. And it's just like, when I was playing Ocarina, which is why I've never been, it's just like, it's just the whole solve puzzle, get item, solve dungeon with item, move on to the next one, repeat, boss, canon, end of story. And the reason why I am attracted to Legend of Zelda and stuff like that it's like, I love the aesthetic of it. I love Ganon. I love Link. I love when they clash swords. I love Zelda, and she's like this mystic master, and she's like they all balance each other out as a Triforce, you know, all that shit. And I love the lore. I like a Wind Waker. I love the aesthetic, and it's like, but when if someone would ask me, oh, play them right now, it's like, I don't think I would be there wouldn't be much fire under my ass to do so, because it's like, I don't know, games like that, looking back at it, that follow that same pattern, I don't know, and they don't tickle me as much anymore as they used to. But yeah, dude.
Yo,
other than that, yeah. Wait, what?
No. I thought you were done.
No, I'm done.
Yo, I've been watching this anime called Makuru, and I got this realization, and could be a broken record, but I cannot tell people that anime is good. I can only tell people that I enjoy it. It's a guilty pleasure, and it makes me, it touches me inside. I'm like, okay, every season there are at least 26 to 50 anime that comes out, new anime, and every time the internet united voice focuses in one good anime and one bad anime, and but there's nothing in the middle. No one even talks about all these other like just animes that's out there, and it makes me wonder like it it makes me wonder, is there a top list that the everyone just goes in, I'm an anime fan, I have to see this anime, I have to see this anime to talk shit about it, and that's it. And does that actually make you an anime fan, or are you just a wind blowing in the internet wind and or the fandom wing, and you don't have your own preferences or likes, or I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but
No, like that's why when I was talking about like all my favorite animes, like Shampoo, Dragon Ball Z, all of that, and it's just like what brought those in my life? Cartoon Network, whatever. I couldn't control it. It just came out of nowhere. It was brought to me. Now, in this day and age, where I can look up on an anime forum, find a GIF on Tumblr, and I just watch an anime, and it's just like I have the power to binge it instantly, and it's like I don't know if that's because of it, but I feel like it is. Like it's just like I'm just not excited anymore. I'm just like I remember Code Geass fucking in the middle of the night. I came in midway of episode like 16 or some shit. I was like, holy fucking shit! I don't know what's going on, but I'm in. Then I came in next week. They reran it from the beginning so I could catch up. And then next week, and I was hooked. But now I don't feel that same way anymore about a lot of animes. Like I say, I love Cross Angie, but it's like, it was good. It was good, but I don't know. I just don't want to revisit it.
Well, you don't have to. Like, if it serves its purpose, but I guess what I'm trying to say is, I talk to a lot of anime fans and anime people, and they're like, "Yo, give me your top 10 anime, just that you like or your favorite anime," and it's always the same anime. The top 10 are always the same ones. And when I tell people my top 10, they have no idea of the animes I've seen. I mean, I'm talking about Gold Ganner, a Kaleido Star, and another one I forgot. And those are animes that no one has fucking even heard of. And I'm like, where are your animes? Oh, not yours, but where are their anime that's specific to them? And it's just like the same list over and over and over again. I understand the top three, maybe they're fucking legendaries, but fuck, man.
Yeah.
It's an interesting question. I feel like the internet in a lot of ways is a very polarizing environment. There's never a gray area like you were saying earlier, Tony. It's always black and white. And I'm not sure why that is. You'd think that with the freedom the internet provides, there's going to be a lot of opinions flying around, but somehow people manage to polarize themselves into two camps. And when I was thinking about this, I actually had a conversation with my art mentor a couple times this month. And we were talking about something I found really fascinating in regards to art that I think can apply to this. He said that when you're sitting down to like do a piece of art, there's an either or mentality that is established in your head, and that either or mentality is kind of inherent in human nature. We assume it's either us or them. We assume it's one or the other, and I think that concept of one or the other is just the fallout of how things get hyped up on the internet. So like something happens that a few select people who have a lot of followers end up pumping out, and that reaches like a wide audience all of a sudden, because this one person thinks that everyone thinks it's something to look forward to, and then that creates a polarized environment where everyone's either for or against that anime. I mean, look at Sword Art; that suffered that like the most, I think, in our generation. ReZero also suffered a lot from that, and then there's a couple other cases, of course. But like I just think that either or is so built into our existence as humans that we can't avoid that type of thinking. That's not to say that there aren't opinions that go in the gray area. They're just really hard to find because they're not broadcast as loudly.
Yeah, and it's like you feel like you can't relate to them, so you kind of like, for example, everyone was hyped for Dragon Ball Z. If some kid comes in, I like Tsubasa, that kid gets fucking sandbagged. So compared to the other friend who comes up to you, yo, Goku versus Frieza, what hype? It's like, yeah, come in our circle, buddy. Let's get in the flock, because we're no different from sheep. Meanwhile, Tsubasa kid's like, all right, then, okay. And you could say it about anything. Like, How many movies are out besides Rogue One and all the fucking big ones right now? And the fucking Doctor Stranges and the Marvel movies. Like, so many fucking movies, but no one's gonna go to see that shit because their friends don't talk about it.
Yo, my circles of friends, none of them has seen fucking Mohana. Mohana.
Moana, yeah.
I find it so weird because they have a opinion on Mohana, and I'm like, do you see the movie? Nope. So how could you have opinion? And no, but going back to my conversation, because I said internet, but I'm talking about like people I actually talk to, one-on-one conversations and whatnot.
Yeah.
I talk to them about a certain anime or certain thing that they have a strong opinion on, and I try to have a real conversation, pros and cons, and just talking. And it seems like one, they didn't see the movie, or two, they have no idea. They're literally just copying what other people has said, but yet they don't understand what those words came from, so they can't make an argument or explain what why it's garbage, why it's trash, why certain things. And I'm like, if yeah, it's just like if you love this anime, why can't you talk about it like if you actually saw it? Talk about the character, the motivations, the background and whatnot. It's just like just good animation, good story. But what the fuck does good story mean?
Oh,
I,
okay. Yeah, Tony, can I actually just bring up a point real quick about that?
No, yeah, go
I
ahead.
just had this thought while you were talking, but so I think I could be wrong, but I think the reason why people like you, me, and Warren can talk about stuff like that is because we're also creators. It's a little bit different when you're just talking to a generic anime fan, because sometimes they don't have the words or the means to express why they might like a particular thing or dislike a particular thing. Yeah, it could very well be that, you know, they're just regurgitating what they heard from a popular person online that they like. But it could also be that they just don't know how to express themselves in that capacity.
Exactly.
Wait, I have to say it's the opposite. A regular otakus, I have better conversations because they have a a connection to the main character or the actions that pop about. But a lot of creators, those are really the people I'm talking about. They don't even know what they're actually talking about.
No, it's because they're probably not interested in it in the first place. Like for example, it's just like, and I was shaking so hard. Like, for example, when I'm hearing my brother talk about NBA 2K stats with my fucking sister's husband, whatever the fuck they are, it's just like foreign fucking language. And it's like, and thinking, and from my point of view, when I'm talking about movies and anime and stuff, I'm like, yeah, you guys see movies. Everyone likes movies, right? But it's like, the way we talk about it, it's like some people just go for entertainment. Like if you ask a 5-year-old, oh, what did you think of Little Mermaid? I liked her red hair. Bitch, you dumb as fuck. But it's like, some people are interested to a degree, others aren't. And when you say other creators, I'm like, maybe they were peer pressure to watch it. Just because they have the label creators doesn't mean they're entitled to fucking be up there. Like, it sucks, but yeah, it's because the way, I don't know, man, it sucks because I've noticed how when people write stories and everything, it's just like they write situations that they've already seen from other movies. They don't write the characters doing what they would do. Like, oh, Luke, I am your father. No! I'm going to write exactly like that, with characters not having individuality whatsoever. They're just going to be carbon copies. And it's like, that's how people see it. They don't break it down. They're just like, oh, yeah, that's cool. Why do you think that's cool? Oh, shooty bang bangs. I don't know. A lot of people don't know what those are consisted of. And yeah, go on.
I'm talking straight out of my ass. But I think a lot of the creators that I'm talking about, they lack the courage to have a original thought, or it's just be like, I like this, I do not like this. They have to fit into this. They have to fit into something, so they don't have the courage to be their unique identity. And that's what I think the problem is. I could be completely wrong, but
no, you're not wrong. It's from your thoughts, so that's it.
Ooh, actually, Tony,
Yeah.
Consider this. What if it's not that they're afraid to own up to their identity, but it's more so they're afraid to face their own self? Um, I, I think it's a little bit different because if somebody doesn't like the way they are or something like that, or they don't like what they've done in the past, they tend to try and forget it or avoid it or try to put it out of their mind as much as
It's
possible.
nuts.
I think in the same way, that might be what these creators are unconsciously doing. And I bring this up because recently when I've been, thinking up story elements for a couple of projects I have, I'm not working on them. I'm only working on X right now, but like every so often I have this thought to think of story elements. And what I've noticed more and more happening is that a lot of these like little plot points or scenes I have in my head stem from some of like what I feel the most embarrassing or the worst experiences I had in my life. And before, what I used to do is I used to always say, no, that's stupid, I'm going to get rid of it. But like, I don't know why my mentality changed. I started saying, okay, I'm really uncomfortable with this, but let me see if I can work with it, you know? And I think that step that I took is a step that not a lot of creators take.
A lot of people don't.
Yo, saying that, man, I have a question for you. I've been holding in,
Mhm.
and I'm asking you specifically because you are the closest person. You experience both sides, and you could actually give me a honest to God answer. Most of the people only experience one or the other, or they don't have the full picture or the full understanding to actually answer the question. So, Ahmed, brown nosing as I am, because fuck it, it's Christmas, man. Would you rather be um critically acclaimed or popular? And let me put it in movie terms just to be understand. A movie a popular movie that regular people should like and make money, or would you rather be a movie that doesn't make a lot of money, a lot of people don't like it, but it's critically acclaimed to be like a masterpiece, or it's just like 4 stars, everyone love it, people giving you rewards and accolations? Which one of the two?
That's a hard question to answer. um, so at my core ideology as an artist and a creator, it's to create stuff, make stories that I want to create with the purpose of expressing my views to those stories. And if I want those views to be heard, I would probably want it to be, I would probably want, myself to become a popular creator, not a critically acclaimed creator. But on the other hand, I have a strong love for creating with skillful technique a story, whether it's in the writing or the art or both. And I think it comes down to, ideally, I want to be critically acclaimed, but I would probably go for the popular.
So in the end, you honestly can't pick one or the other at this point in your life.
Probably not, but like I said, if I had to choose right now, I would probably err towards popular.
Okay, okay.
I know damn well I couldn't. Let's get comedy out the way so it doesn't, because it kind of ties in. Sort
Okay.
of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yep. Give me your thoughts. Whatever. Don't care about the giant ogre in the room that hates Cabaneri. I want to hear what Ahmed has to say
So I remember,
and your conversation with John too.
yes, yeah, I had a conversation with John, and in this conversation, I'd gone on a rant for at least half an hour, I think, or at least 20 minutes without realizing it, because John had asked me what my thoughts were on the series.
I love that you thought that was something special.
It was to me when I realized what I was talking about. So let me explain that. So like around episode 9 or 10, John came to me and he's like, so what do you think about the series? And my honest answer to him was like, I don't feel anything. And I was thinking about that answer and I was trying to explain that to him. I was like, up until this point, the episodes have been entertaining in the sense that I'm willing to sit through them and watch them. And yeah, there's some good moments in these episodes, but it's nothing special. And then like I remember a couple sessions back, John had told me that, with Studio I created Cabaneri as a way to like unwind and just have fun with creating. And that created like this thought in my head that's like, all right, it's great to see that they're able to express their creative freedom in this way with Cabaneri. And you know what? it's what they wanted to do, so who am I to say anything against it? I'll just enjoy it for what it is. But then there was another side of me that cropped up while I was saying this to John, and it was like, this is kind of an affront to the entire creative process, because it's showing that you don't have to put you into something in order to get a product out that people like, and therefore it's going to worsen both communities, the mainstream industry, I should say industries, and the indie industry, because the indie nowadays directly pulls from the mainstream. It looks at the mainstream and it's like, okay, this is what we got to do, and then it tries to break into the mainstream. Like, I think that's what the point of the indie has become in this day and age, which is not wrong. Like, it's not right in my perspective, but it's what it is.
Yeah.
And you know, when I was thinking that, I was like, this is such a bad example, a bad show to look at as a creator, because if you see it, you're going to start thinking it's okay to do stuff like this. Oh yeah, just follow what you like, even if it's total crap. And it has only one redeeming feature, which a lot of people seem to think is the animation. And at that point,
that's so whatever, dude.
at that point, I was like, okay, where do I stand on this show? Do I enjoy it for what it is, or do I understand the implications of its creation and then not enjoy it? And I couldn't come to an answer at that point. Then I finished this series, and I was like, I'm still not sure. I'm still not sure how I feel about this. I almost don't feel anything at all, except for the fact that if I think too far into it, then I start feeling something and I feel upset.
You know,
if I don't turn on my brain, I could probably enjoy it as it is. But if I turned on my brain, it automatically goes to crap. And now I'm done. You were going to say something more.
no, I kind of felt the same way, because I was like, I'm itching to watch some I waited week for week. I was excited to watch it. Like, I was just let down so hard. And I know a lot of that's my first time hearing, like, oh, them letting loose and whatever. Because I remember we had a conversation on it, and we had a little thing about, like, you were like, oh, you can't tell whether the creator's having fun when you're watching their stuff. And I was on the campus, yeah, you can tell. And with Caballerieri, it felt so safe that it was like, because as soon as I saw Mume and she's running around on fucking sandals with razor blades and shit, Ikuma hanging himself in episode 1, I'm like, where is this fucking going? I am excited.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Are we just gonna get fucking endless fucking Buddha Bop action? And then when fucking Biba showed up and just watered everything down to, we have to save Mume. He's the one behind everything. And then Biba's like, so they wa deal. And then he takes off the stone mask. It's like, so they wa, I quit the backpedal this. And he's not bad, and he's good at this. I'm like, it just felt like such a 12-episode anime. And by what I mean by that, it just felt like they knew their limit on how far they had to create, and they limited their creativity, like, adjacent to the episode length. I don't know how to say it, but I just could tell. Like the first few episodes, it was interesting. We're on a train, adventures, whatever. We gotta find fucking other living people. And then it just narrowed down to, I will defeat you, Biba. I will defeat you. And then, yeah, I just don't like it. Like I mentioned before, when you have this broad plot and then it narrows down and it just goes narrow to something you've seen before, it kind of gets me a bit. This is why I don't like a lot of movies that people like Rogue One.
Don't talk about that. Just I had to watch it, and then
I'm not gonna talk about it. It just ties into what I said earlier about, like, we're characters exactly like characters in previous movies that you've seen before, just rehashed and done again. And that's it. It's like, I've been there, done that with better movies, like I've told Tony.
I do want to interrupt and just say, I fully understand. I keep saying it, like, this is the millennials world and we're just suffering through it. But the whole idea that this company made this product to just have fun is bullshit. I cannot even comprehend that because who's having fun? The one person, the all 300 people in this project, and it's just to have fun. Are you sure you're gonna make your money? Could you afford just to have fun? Because I've seen companies go bankrupt having fun, and I just think that's just an internet excuse that they say out loud. I don't really think that's actually true.
Right?
You know, if they weren't having fun, that kills half my reason to enjoy this. Honestly,
No, but then again, it's how you see it. Cause I don't know. Like that's me. I don't think they were. It felt too safe for me, and I compare it to like Miyazaki having fun compared to whatever, and I'm like, this is the writer of Code Geass, and when we were rewatching Code Geass with a mutual friend, oh god, I hate saying that shit when I'm on podcast with Nathan. Merry Christmas, you're on the podcast, and this is watching how many characters there were, and where it left you off at, like wondering, oh, they're living after this. We're not going to talk about R3 yet, but we're just left off how many characters they were, and they were all told like simultaneously. One just passed the baton the other and everything. And just then I go to Cabaneri, it's like Mume, fucking the Kabane, the fucking Biba. You're the reason for it all. It's fucking.
Can I just say, it's okay, hold on. Tony, do you care if I give minor spoilers about Cabaneri?
I don't give a fuck.
Okay. No, the way Tony said that.
I saw the first episode. This nigga hanging himself. I just tapped out. I don't care.
Okay, so Warren, you remember the last episode when it was Biba versus freaking what's his name, Ikuma?
Regrettably so.
Yeah. So apparently, like after Mume kills Biba, which also anticlimactic, but it's okay, it's fine. And they're on the train, and freaking Ikuma wakes up and he's okay. I look at John's icon. I'm like, John, you better explain this. And he looks at me, laughs. Is like, apparently when Biba stabbed him, he shot him with the serum to keep him back to normal. And I'm like, there was no way that was animated in. I saw that he did not fire a thing.
And it's fine. It's fine. It's
that
perfectly. They're having fun, Amit.
No.
They were having a pool party with their sketch with, hey, yo, I just animated Cabaneri by myself while getting a blowjob.
Yo, it's one rich bastard. His son wanted an anime. He drew the shit out with crayons, and he just paid for make happen. The little boy's having fun. Everyone else is fucking just trying to pay rent.
But yeah, keep going, Amit.
I will say that okay, so John brought up an interesting point about Biba. It's just that I think Biba would have been a cool character if he'd been introduced earlier and had a little bit more time. Okay, so if episodes 4 and 5 never happened, you could have used those to bring Biba in, and this show would have been a lot better. They rushed a lot of Biba, but some of the points they brought up when Biba was around were interesting, and they just never did anything with it. That's what John said, and I'd like to actually agree with that. I think Biba was an interesting antagonist to have. He didn't have to be the antagonist the entire season, but just having him around would have been cool to see like how he and Ikuma interacted over time. But then
how many episodes is this?
It's 12. But then they went the generic route, and they turned Biba into your classic villain instead of an antagonist, and that's what hurt his character in my opinion. Like the moment they showed him kill a guy and smile, that was it. Like, and that was literally the episode he was introduced. Where the first half was going in a decent direction. The second half completely like neutered his character. And no, what were you gonna say?
No, just keep going. You're on Biba right now. Keep going.
Yeah, so like I don't have qualms with Biba at all. Actually, it's just that the way he was executed, I have problems with Biba. And I also wanted to mention an interesting point. Is that Ikuma has these like spurts where he's on point, and then spurts where he's a complete Eren idiot, like Attack on Titan Eren idiot. I think like in the beginning he was at his best. I think he had a good quote when he was trying to save Mumi from the rubble after episodes 5 and 6. I think it was more in line with his character, although it was still out of left field. Like at the end of episode 7, he's like, Biba's the enemy, I need to check him out. And I also think that during his like sort of drop arc after his best friend dies,
Fucking Biscuit.
Yeah, Biscuit number one. When Biscuit number one dies, and he's like wallowing in self pity. Like I mentioned this to John, his character arc was never resolved in Cabaneri season one. His character arc had stayed in the abyss, but like the only thing he could do at that moment was just attack Biba, and I found it interesting that that was what he made his reasoning for it, and it made his sort of struggle up until the end, even though the fight was poorly done. It made that interesting to me. Not saying that they're going to fix it in season 2. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Who knows with Cabaneri? But
I mean,
I just found like little spurts of Ikumo's character interesting. So like the reason I'm mentioning this is because there is stuff to work with in Cabaneri. It's just that it never gets used, and that's what I think is the most puzzling thing about the series to me, and it's probably what keeps me like in the middle with it, in the sense of like I don't know which way to think.
yeah. Like I always say, it wasn't bad. It just left me with my dick out, and I was like, "Wait, you were supposed to suck it. You weren't supposed to." Oh, there's the meat grinder. Oh fuck, I don't have a dick now. Like, I get it. Guy loses his sister, traumatized about it. Mume comes in. She's like my sister. Oh, there's a brother. I'm jealous.
Yo, are you
And
serious?
he's the bad guy. Now the audience is behind me. Let's
Are
all
you-
charge forward. And
you
for the
serious?
name of Cabaneri, we will reunite, and she will be the family I once lost. I get it. What? No,
Yeah.
I'm just being Sophocles with that bullshit. Now on points that I like about Cabaneri, because I can't be negative forever. I have to be a balanced person, or I'm gonna be all maxed up in speed and I'm gonna lose to the first boss, right? So I love Mume. I love what she is before she puts on the ninja shit. I like Cabaneri up until the point where I think I've told you, Amit. Like I was my hypest moment was when I did like the Rebel Part 2. That was a little bit after. But when fucking Twin Sword, Kabane, whatever,
Yes.
Mugen and Jin combined fusion dance came in, fucked up Kurisu, and then fucking and it was just like set piece after another. And it's like, yo, bitch, give me your blood. Okay, come on, take it. And then he comes down and he does the fucking Buddha scoop, Splatoon cannon through the fucking train. I was hype. I was having unadulterated fun. And I was just going along for the ride. But then, like I said before, and I keep saying it, it's just once Biba came in, like I don't like it when a story's like a light tower in the distance, and you're like, oh, I guess that's where I need to go, and it's just staying there stagnant. I wanted to fade away, then be in another direction. Oh, I guess I'll go this way then, and then you keep going. It's like, oh, I don't know where to go next. I'm kind of scared and excited at the same time. But this was like, I'm Biba. Over here, friend. Over here, friend. Story's done. Fuck!
Until season 2.
And that's kind of what I'm trying to get at when I'm like, those are the stories I like to write. The stories that are like, oh, Warren showed the villain. He showed the motivations. Wait, what do you mean the Earth exploded and we're going to the point of view of a lizard on Mars? Warren, what the fuck? Don't worry about it, fam. Why did the title change to Lizard Star? Go fuck yourself, fam. Like, that's the shit I love to do. And it's unorthodox. It's bullshit, but that's what I like. I like to interest. I don't like to be like, all right, let me get the checklist. No, I want to be like, I'm kind of feeling bored with this storyline. Let me kill someone up. Let me change it completely. Let me make it a shoujo, shonen, to combine it all, a racing anime, whatever. Freaking American, make it a list of stocks. Let me stock brokerage footage or some shit. I don't know. Some shit. Like, I do it so I'm also entertained. I don't give a fuck about the audience because I'm the one creating it. But just make it interesting for yourself. And from the guy who wrote Code Geass, I don't believe that shit he was having fun. I don't believe it. I really don't. And the animators who gave up halfway through the series, they weren't having fun either. But that's my opinion. You guys can hit me up at friggin' Barrage Crew, add me, Road to PDS, yell at me while you don't know shit about anime.
As long as your name isn't John.
You reply though.
Because John, you're not allowed to respond to this. If you ever watch this.
No, I want to be there. The debate with fucking John in one corner.
But
dude, John made me appreciate fucking Everhalion. I swear to God, I fucking hated that bullshit. I want my fucking $125 I wasted on bus piece of shit. And John made me appreciate it, and so that's a battle of waste. I like to experience.
And that's the thing too. Like listening to you guys talk about how much you like something, like Tony with Gundam and Amit with some of the anime recommendations, and he got me into prison school. That carried me over. It's probably a form of peer pressure, but I love hearing someone talk about, I love doing this. I love this. And they talk to me and tell me how much they love it. And it's just like, even if I may not end up liking it, like the way some people just passionately talk about like what they love. Like John talks about Ray Zero. Dang, John's getting a lot of name drops. It's fucking like how much he likes Ray Zero, whatever. Someone talks to me how much they like a fighting game or whatever. That carries over with me, and that broadens my perspective. Hey, I did not know murder was like this for you. Or shut the fuck up. But, yeah, that's one of my favorite things. Regardless or not, I also partake into the thing in question. That's one of my favorite things. Especially when like I'm reading someone's story. I'm not feeling it when I read it by myself, but when they explain it to me and talk about what they were feeling when they wrote it, it kind of amplifies it. Maybe it's a bit conditional of a requirement for liking something, but that's how I work sometimes.
You know what? I have not yet heard a good argument of why Death Note is actually fucking good.
It's just left out in the open. I mean.
It's only for me. It's just like it's what emo people watch in the early 2000s. That's pretty much it.
Oh,
if it wasn't for Toonami, no one would give two fucks about that shit.
What hurts me about Death Note, and this has actually happened to me several times, and it's burned me up on the inside when it's happened with Death Note. Every single time I ask somebody if they've watched Death Note, and they say yes. I ask them if they watch Code Geass, and they say, "Oh, that's a Death Note ripoff, right?" And I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, you did not just say that.
I know.
Actually, I think chronologically, I don't know which one came first. I think it was
Death Note.
It was Death Note. Okay, so maybe that's why they say it. But like, it doesn't make sense to me how you can draw any other connection except for the fact that Light and Lelouch are similar protagonists, at least at first.
Oh yeah, of course. And if you got motivation for that, whatever. It's just I love Code Geass a lot more, and I watched it multiple times. I'm still in the middle of reading Death Note. I can't finish it for the life of me. These niggas just talk too much.
I will say that Death Note had me super hooked until I think L died, and then after that, it just slowly dropped off. I've mentioned this before a couple times, but I really do think that like at that point I was just finishing it to finish it, to say I completed the series, not because I actually thoroughly enjoyed it, but like up until L, like and Light had that final showdown, I was just like, what's going to happen next? And see, the thing with me is because I come from a novel background, I didn't mind the reading, so it was like, yes, I can read more, So I was staying on the pages more, and that was keeping me entertained for a longer period of time back then, when a typical manga volume would run me 30 minutes to read through. And since the high school library at the time had a huge offering of manga, I was just pulling out books left and right.
Yeah.
I want to get your opinions. Forget about the manga, just the anime itself.
Mm-hmm.
What's your opinion on it?
Of Death Note?
Yes.
I haven't watched the full anime.
Okay.
I've watched maybe the first 3 episodes, and that's it.
Oh, you didn't either, Ahmed. Okay.
That's good enough for me, man. Because the people I talk to, they haven't read the manga. They don't know anime actually has manga. So.
It's shit. I didn't either, boy. I was like, wow, someone made a comic book of Dragon Ball Z. Who's Akira Toriyama? That's cute. I was like, oh shit.
Yo,
A whole new world.
I've been watching Maximilian run like a Kuma run, and he's basically playing all the games that Kuma was in, and it's like going down to memory lanes, and I see all these great fucking games with so much heart, so much passion, so much personality, even the music, the backgrounds, the character customizations, the characters intros, and then you get Street Fighter Five, and it's like day and night. I could tell Street Fighter Five, they didn't care. They like they didn't care about the story, the lore. They're just like, I know Street Fighter Two is really popular because of the internet. We're gonna make this right after Street Fighter Two. Bullshit story that makes no fucking sense. They added Kalim. It's like, oh, I got this cool ass fucking picture, Kalim. Oh yeah. What are we gonna do with him? I don't know. Let's just make him fucking pop in, pop out like fucking Venom. That's it. He has no reason to be there, lore wise or whatnot. They didn't add the lore. They just you just see so much bullshit, so little bit of characters, and I miss the days of old. And it just gets me mad because people are praising Street Fighter Five, and then Street Fighter X Tekken is a beautiful game with so much love, so much detail, so much stuff that I kind of wish they will just bring to other games. I mean, I love that you could go on your character and change the colors of the fucking headband, the shirt, and make it metallic and whatnot. And that level customization is gone. And yes, Street Fighter Five is bar fucking garbage.
No, I get it because this is my little theory. The fact, like, okay, back in the day, 90s, whatever, fucking hide of fighting games, even before that, it's just like they create the game, sales numbers come in, some niggas write some letters, whatever. I was like, all right, did we do all right? We did all right in arcades. Let's make another one. Fucking get some artists, fucking draw up some shit. Let's do another one. Now it's just like, all right, what are they saying on Twitter? This nigga's not balanced. This nigga's broken. This nigga's combo's too easy. Cloud's busted. All right, let's appease their ideals. Back then, they just shove it out the door. Fucking, who gives a fuck? We might make a sequel, but suck our dicks. And it sucks, man. It sucks to see a fighting game where they do background like transitions. They introduce the background, then the characters like fist bump each other and fucking curse each other out in the background, and people are watching and clapping their hands, and the fucking manatees swimming and doing flips and shit. Like all that little shit's gone now. It's not gone. It's there, but it's just like I said before, my little bullshit theory that you guys should take for a grain of salt. It's like, I don't see them having fun anymore. They're just trying to appease everybody. And now that the internet, and you see everyone's opinion, no matter how small it is, you can see it. Like, they're going by that now. They're trying to appease everyone, and we all know where that road goes. Fucking,
Wait. What I'm trying to get across is that I don't blame Capcom. I don't blame fucking Sony. I just think that's the new trend. That's the era that we're living in. That it doesn't matter if something is good. The only thing that matters is nostalgia, is clickbait, and that's like Street Fighter Five clickbait. She is right after Street Fighter 2, and it has all these fucking Dirt Strike people and whatnot. Does it make sense? No. Is it a fucking good game? No. Did they put their hearts in? No. But it's selling. It's good, and people love it, and yeah, it's just because of nostalgia. Same thing with movies. That's why a lot of remakes are being done. No new ideas and whatnot. It's just like no one cares about nothing new in this generation. The only thing they care about is that nostalgia or that like popularity vote.
yeah. What were you saying on it? Yeah, go on.
What I was going to say is I think you're right about that, but I also think there's going to be a paradigm shift very soon, and people are going to start craving new content. So I think what the important thing is for companies and even like people like us creators to do is to put as much original content out there as possible, and ride that wave, because honestly everything happens in cycles. It's not like it's going to be this way forever. It's just that right now it's at an all-time low.
Yeah, right. We're in the nostalgia fucking overrun fucking peer pressure era. Who knows what's going to happen next? Like, we go from Renaissance to Impressionist. Obviously there's shit between that, but like, yeah.
Hey, you know one thing I find fucking hilarious is that I see a lot of people see the Marvel movies and they're like, "Oh, it's just generic. It's not broken. They'll fix it." I'm like, the Marvel movies has been like the movies I see more creativity and more oomph into it compared to everything else. Like I don't find none of the Marvel movies that generic. Yes, they have certain movie trends, but they're not. They're doing things that other movies have never done, and people are not giving them credit for that. Even though they're obviously popular for a reason, and whatnot. But yeah, that's
Yeah. I mean, there's one theory that people are inherently stupid and eat up anything. There's another theory that people subconsciously like have an idea of what is good, and then they just like gravitate towards what they feel is good. I mean, you could argue both ways, I guess. It's just a matter of how you see people.
Yeah, it's just, and it's like, I don't think anyone's stupid or anything. It's just that people just don't. I don't know. A lot of people don't like to create for themselves anymore. They don't.
Because they're afraid of themselves.
They probably are. Like, fucking, what's stopping Little Johnny from writing his yaoi manga about tractors? He doesn't want to get fucking called a tractor faggot.
Yeah.
Do you want to get called a tractor faggot?
I don't think anyone wants to get
Well,
called.
I don't mind as long as my dad don't find out. But yeah, it's so for all the tractor faggots out there, don't be afraid to just do it. You don't have to show anyone. Just do it. Fuck. I don't need to Shia LaBeouf it, but you don't have to put it on the internet. You don't have to be popular. Just do it. Just do it for yourself. Just once. Maybe show your kids. They'll be tractor faggots too. Yeah, go on.
Does anyone have anything positive? Anything about fucking Christmas? Anything?
Yeah, fuck Christmas.
Fuck you, nigga. Christmas is the time to be alive, man. Christmas and Halloween, man.
The best thing about Christmas was a Charlie Brown special, which I saw before this podcast. I can never get enough of that shit. But yeah, I watched my podcasters put up a playthrough, Super Best Friends, if you guys want to check it out, audience, whatever. But they did a video of Last Guardian, and holy shit, I was like, wow. So it's like the way he does his games. I don't know if you guys have played Ico or Shadow of the Colossus. The way he does his games, or the director or the studio, it's just they tell you to look. What do you see? Just take a deep breath and look around you. Find the solution. Enjoy being in our world. There's gonna be little to no dialogue. Figure it out. Make your own story as it goes along. And how he was doing it about, and people complain about, and I got into it too because that's all I heard of the game. Like, oh, the animal's glitchy and shit, whatever. The way I saw it, it's like an actual fucking animal. If you keep yelling at it, it's not gonna do shit. It's just gonna back off. And it's just like, I don't know. It was a really fun experience. And it reminds me of when I played Ico, when you're just you with the little girl, and like when you're at a safe spot, you guys rest on each other's shoulders, and you're just off on your next adventure. And shit, it's just so simple, and yet we need to put in all this bullshit, and everything needs to play like fucking Devil May Cry and all this shit. And it's just like, they were like, we postponed this, and we hit a lot of shit from you guys. We didn't put trailers of every game mechanic. Here it is, Last Guardian. And from what I've seen of it, I'm like, shit, I kind of want to play this now. But yeah, that was very interesting.
Yeah, I played Shadow of the Colossus, but I never finished it. But dang, that was an experience. Like I remember, like I guess hearing that it felt. Somebody told me it felt like Legend of Zelda. So I'm like, oh, you know what? I've played a couple of Zelda games. I enjoyed those. Let me try this out. And when I did, I remember the first thing I thought after beating the first Colossus was, this is nothing like Zelda. This is so much better.
Dude.
Legend of Colossus is, I love, because when I went into it, I was completely blind, and that was before the internet. So you just kept. I remember there was like this turtle bitch or this just like this tiny little fast one. It was hard as fuck to kill, and trials and errors until you figure out how to kill it. And it's so much fun because it's so obvious, but it's not obvious when you're getting your ass kicked and it's so big, and then you're just grabbing it and climbing walls. Fuck. Yeah.
Dude, before the internet was so great when playing video games, I didn't know Zelda. What's that? Mario? I'm just playing Sonic. Gotta go fast.
Yo, honestly, for even now, the oh my god moment I ever had playing video games is Super Mario One, or yeah, Super Mario. When you jump up out of nowhere, you hit the sky, and it was a visible box and pops over the thing. And I'm like, that blew my fucking mind. I'm like, there's shit like this in the game that's broken.
Like I've said, and I will say it till the day I die. One of the greatest moments in my video gaming was the first night I ever played Kingdom Hearts 2. And when my mom came in the house and I heard a Walmart bag, and she tossed that shit like a fucking frisbee. And I don't know how she did it. It's like some Palutena type shit. That shit landed softly right in front of my lap. It's like, Warren, look in the bag. It's Kingdom Hearts 2. It's holographic glory. I played it. I didn't know what to expect. I was like, this isn't Sora? Did they fuck up? Did I get the wrong game? And then I was playing it, and then fucking you get Sora finally, and then I had to go to bed. And then every experience in that game after that was just new. I was like, holy shit. Up to the final boss battle was just an experience. And I don't know, man. Like, it just felt so good. Like everything was just felt like such a nuance, and like all my expectations were blown out the window. I didn't know it was coming. I just saw a few Japanese screenshots from some fucking Korean website, for fuck's sake. That was it. And I just don't get that with video games anymore. Obviously, but
one thing that kind of I don't know, it salty the experience of Pokemon. I was going to the desert, and I was having a hard time, and having difficulty in the game, that's the fun part of the fucking game. Getting lost and finding your way out of it. But I was like, I don't have fucking time for this. I Googled it, got a map, and just went through it. And I'm like, I just cheated myself from the experience of the fucking Pokemon game. And that's the world we live in. That you don't really have to learn anything or have actual feelings. Because that's the shit with me with Pokemon. They make the fucking game so fucking easy. But it's your choice to make it easy. But fuck, still, it's too fucking.
Yeah, you got it. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Warren. Go for it.
No, I'm just saying, it's like the discipline, the freaking difficulty is set on your discipline. You want to go on the internet and find out, or do you want to take some time to figure out yourself, or put it down, come back to it again? Like, a lot of people want to take the quick way out so they can just burn it so they can talk to their friends about it. But yeah, go on.
I did want to say two things. The first thing is I can see now, if like just seeing things that with that point of view, I can see why The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time had such a like dear place in people's hearts, because that was like, I think a little bit before the internet became super huge with like all the spoilers and stuff.
Yeah.
And so people were literally fighting through it, and that's probably why it holds more of a close place in their heart than just because it was, you know, a technical masterpiece and stuff like that, quote unquote, right?
It probably even wasn't either. It was just right place, right time.
Yeah, yes, that's how things are. And I actually, going on that Zelda thing real quick, because I remember you were talking about Zelda earlier. I'd be interested to see if you demoed or even just like experienced for a little bit Skyward Sword, because I thought it was the best game in the series.
No, Skyward Sword looks like the most, aside from fucking Twilight Princess, because we've been getting their same fucking designs in Smash Brothers, and they seem the most familiar ones. Like Skyward Sword and Wind Waker, I love what they're doing aesthetically with them. Obviously, for gameplay, I'm not the most familiar with freaking Skyward Sword and everything, but I looked at the final boss. I was like, fuck.
I did want to actually, I don't know the final boss yet because I haven't beaten the game, but I did want to say, like, in terms of gameplay, the most fun I have had in Zelda games came from Wind Waker and the spin-offs on the DS that actually spun off from the Wind Waker, and from Skyward Sword. And Skyward Sword was a treat to play. I think the only reason why I didn't play it is because I got caught up in school and failing during undergrad, so I had to pick myself back up from that. But yeah, it was really good experience. And at some point, we had to finish it. I still have the golden Wiimote that came with it, with the Legend of Zelda.
Oh yeah, my friend, that's his pride and joy that he pre-ordered it.
Yep, I'm the one who uses that when I play Smash Bros. Brawl. It's mine, all mine.
Dude, but yeah, it's just like when like I said before, I was just like, yeah, Zelda looks cool. It's cool to be in that world, but playing wise and people demanding it's gotta be like fucking Ocarina, whatever, how you fucking say it. And my friend, the best friends were like, my podcasters were like, it feels like as they go on, they kind of deviate less and less. And now that we're at Breath of the Wild, like it's an open world type of thing, and it's just like they were talking about, like it still doesn't like be like that oomph, like that fucking oomph. Like they're playing it safe, kind of. I mean, this one, yeah, removing towns and all that shit. Yeah, kind of gonna get a little people, but I don't know. Like, been breaking it more than that. Like, I don't know. But yeah, fucking.
I also think that fan expectation is poisonous for Legend of Zelda. It's gotten to the point where it's become so well lauded amongst people that now the fan base is working against it rather than for it. So every time they try to do a difference. And okay, let me also clarify. I've played a lot of Zelda games. I haven't beaten a lot of Zelda games, but I've played a lot, and I can tell that there are very clear differences in gameplay when you go through each one. Anyone who says that there aren't, they're kidding themselves, and they're not really getting the experience of Zelda. And I think the fun part is seeing how they reinvent that wheel every single time. Much like Pokemon, they do reinvent it every single generation, and it's always fun to play through. So, yeah. I just think that at some point the fans become poisonous, and it becomes much like, Warren, how you were saying earlier, you like really like it when people talk about things they love. I also think that when a lot of people talk about things that they're disliking, or they're disliking because of their love of something else, it also tends to exert a very subtle peer pressure that builds up over time. And eventually you just start falling into the same trend of not believing that it's not living up to it, or hearing these things there. And that's kind of what I feel happened to the podcasters too. And your podcasters, in a manner of speaking, they just...
Oh yeah. It's like I'm hearing kind of other people's perspectives. Like when they talked about Street Fighter X Tekken, Tony, and stuff like that. It's like, even with our friends, like, it's like, I get it. Finding information for yourself to making your own opinion, that can be somewhat time consuming. I don't want to actually buy the game and make an opinion for myself. I'd rather just repeat what Angry Joe said. And to a point, for your wallet and for everything else and effort wise, yeah, sounds fair. But it's definitely definitely the default option for quite the majority of people. First world problems.
Yeah, I just think that you should try if you're able, but you don't have to try. Like that's the caveat to the entire thing, or caveat, I should say, not caveat.
Yeah, and then like it's okay to say you don't like it, whatever. Just don't pretend like or try not to, or be open about what you personally like. And if your friends, oh god, I hate fuck. Don't take this as advice. Don't take this shit, kids. Fucking. But if your friends are like, oh, you don't want to talk about Zelda? That's the only reason I was friends with you. I was like, but I'd rather talk about Star Ocean, faggot. But then make a new fucking friend.
Join the tractor faggots.
I do have to say, let me check if I could make. Luna's Superstar Story is like one of my favorite MMOs. I mean RPGs, and Ahmed asked me why, and I'm like, okay, I could put this Final Fantasy. I played it until this guy dressed up like a fucking female, and I cannot tell you nothing. There's just a bunch of Ratad people trying to stop the end of the world happening. Blah blah blah. I don't even know what the fuck happened, but Superstar Story is a bunch of these stupid kids. And they go the fat one wants to make his own store, so they go to this dragon, and they get to the dragon. The dragon's like, "Wait, you want my shit? Okay, here's my shit. It's a giant crystal," and then you're in jail and you find this rowdy guy in jail. You help him get out of jail. Then he becomes your fucking friend and shit like that. Then this wizard comes in and he's the best character ever. Then that wizard ends up being a bad guy, and you're like, you betrayed me, and he's like, but I love you. And then the girl that you love, that you're doing this whole journey with, she basically becomes the bad guy and disappears, and then you're after her, and you're going for these dragons and doing these trials, and then you fight the bad guy, and you round up this whole fucking city and whatnot to fight the bad guy, and the bad guy comes, kills everyone, and you're left alone, alive, and the bad guy's like, well, fuck you, and then the bad guy lets you live, and then you go through this dark fucking forest, and it's the hardest part of the whole fucking game. In the end of the fucking forest, there's only a fucking bath house where you could get naked, like sexual pictures of your crewmates, like cards. That's it. And I remember all that. Has so much fun. Final Fantasy, I don't remember shit. It wasn't that fun, but yeah, Final Fantasy is fucking awesome. Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's definitely. I remember talking to you about like how I felt about Final Fantasy games. Like 10, like style wise, I love it. Gameplay. Yeah, it was fun, and like, and then freaking. I remember when I was talking about it. Like, I was thinking like, what really was my favorite RPG? Kingdom Hearts aside, because that'd be a clear winner. But that's an action RPG, and it's on its own echelon. And I was like, you know, all that aside, gameplay wise and everything, I really liked Dragon Quest VIII. The way they just leave you in the world and your character doesn't talk like, you know, your average one. Yeah, your pro tag doesn't talk and everything. And you just have a map, open world, have fun. You only go as far as your level can take you. If you don't get wrecked by these people, you can go further. And it was just and it had such a classic battle system, like wait your turn, attack back, wait your turn, attack back. Like, I guess that turned off a lot of people compared to Final Fantasy. It was like, get out the summon, take them all out. like this game, and then when you can just take a break and just enjoy the vista around you with the classical music, it was just put a smile on my face. Like with FF13, I like, it was a fun journey. I actually liked the gameplay. Like, I like the gameplay better than 10. But I like the characters in 10 more than 13. And it's just like, overall, how I felt with Final Fantasy games before, I was like, maybe I like the franchise mostly for the aesthetic. Because what always got me was how they do the cinematics and everything. And like Dragon Quest and yeah, Kingdom Hearts, I love the gameplay. It's just always keeps me coming back. I gotta do an air combo with Sora. So it's just like, when I hear the freaking peer pressure of like, oh, Final Fantasy has been my childhood fucking thing forever. Like, oh, 7, oh, look, there's a movie, Sephiroth's so cool. It's like, yes, Sephiroth versus Cloud. It's a great fucking beautiful dichotomy. Fucking love seeing those fuckers fight. I could watch them fight forever. But would I go back and play 7? No. Especially you sequence break that game, it's just tragic. No. I'll take my Dragon Quest whatever and call it a day. But
Yo, Ahmed, are you gonna say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to comment real quick about Final Fantasy. So it's interesting to me that thinking back, all the Final Fantasy games I've super enjoyed, I haven't completed, and the ones that I haven't really enjoyed that much, I have completed.
Ahmed is the representation of everything I've been saying about the millennials.
I'll own that. No, the first Final Fantasy game I ever owned was Final Fantasy 3 for the DS, and it wasn't a story that gripped me with characters that gripped me or a combat system that gripped me, but I beat the game. I got Final Fantasy X. I played it through a couple times, but I stopped. And then I finally got it for the PS3, and I beat it for the first time. It was a good story to me. But you know what? In comparison to Final Fantasy VI, man, that was a good Final Fantasy game, but I didn't finish it. I don't know why. But it was such an amazing experience for me playing through that. And the combat was no different than what you got from Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy V. But for some reason, it engaged. No, wait, I know exactly why it engaged me. Because you had a revolving party at all points in the game. You had 46 or something playable characters, and you're always going through adventures with a different cast, like in different segments of the game. And it was amazing how they were all coming together to form this grand cohesive narrative. That's nothing that's been replicated in any Final Fantasy to date. Yeah, you get temporary party members, but this was like the epitome of temporary party member. Like, yeah. Literally, you start off with your main character, then you get two more characters. All of a sudden, the main character goes off because it did something that they can't, retract, and now the second character becomes the main character for a while, and then it just keeps switching and going around the world, and like all of a sudden you see how the antagonist is built up from like nothing into this actual person that has to be defeated, and you're just like, okay, and then everybody comes together, you make your final party, and you're just like, boom. But see, I never got to that point. I only got to like the halfway point, and then I stopped. I think the reason why is because I was emulating it at the time and I wanted to buy it, but I never got the chance to buy it because that Final Fantasy VI version I played was for the Game Boy Advance, the one they re-released. Then I played Final Fantasy VII. I played 6 hours of that crap. 6 hours. And then I stopped playing. Like I got to the theme park where Cloud dresses as a girl, and then I stopped.
Wow, the same story as me.
Yeah, I stopped. And I never went back to it. I was just so annoyed by it. Final Fantasy VIII, I looked at it. I looked at it as a cinematic, and I'm like, nope. And I walked straight past that. Final Fantasy IX, I played an hour of it, and I enjoyed it more than the hours I put into Final Fantasy VII, but then I only played an hour of it.
Dude.
And then the grand pinnacle of every single Final Fantasy experience I had was Final Fantasy XII. I liked that game so much that even though I didn't finish it, I started a new game 4 different times and played through the same part of the game 4 different times with different spreads. It's just that I never went past that one point in the game.
Yo,
but
it's all about that Patios. Patios?
Matthias?
That was the guy with the bunny waifu?
Oh, Balthier?
Balthier. It's all about that Balthier, man.
Yo, Balthier, man. Yo, he is top tier, like husbando extreme. But and back to the point, like the 13 and 13-2, I played like a couple of hours of those games. 13 wasn't bad. I didn't have any qualms with the combat system, but I just never went to the end with it. And then like 13-2, I played it. I'm like, I didn't play 13. I shouldn't be playing this. So I stopped playing it. But like, it's interesting how the Final Fantasies I found to be most interesting to me, I just haven't completed for some reason or another. And I think part of that has to do with me getting absorbed in other things like school or something like that. And then the other part of it is that the other games, it was easier for me to turn off my brain when I played them and just like kind of go through the motions. And that's why it was easier for me to complete them. Final Fantasy X, I was playing while I was in school. And all I did was dedicate an hour or two a day before I went to sleep to playing it. And I finished it within 2 weeks. And that's how I beat that game. But for every other game, it was either I played it a lot or I just forgot about it.
Maybe you didn't want to leave those worlds and you wanted to leave it off as is.
Maybe.
I don't know, but sometimes we don't even need to explain these things. I mean,
I feel you on that for the fact that there's a lot of games like the hell's that game? Fire Emblem. I have not been in the game, but it's not that I didn't like it. I love it so much that I want to give it my full attention. If I can't give it my full attention and I'm not in a good mood, I don't want to touch it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not in a really good mood 24/7 and stuff like that. Like the moon and star has to align, and like I want to be getting head as I'm playing the game. That's how I want to enjoy it. I don't have any salty fucking memories, even though Fire Emblem is just full of fucking salt because fuck that game. Oh,
it's a good type of salt though. Oh, by the way, Tony, I have to confess, I actually got past the chapter you're at. The Kitsune Fox chapter in Conquest. I went past it. I beat it real easily.
It's Foxwife?
Yeah, too many Fox wives war. You don't even understand.
Oh well, I understand you cheat and stuff like that, but
I did not cheat.
Did you get to the point where you meet Ryoma.
Which point is that?
I don't want to spoil it. So
Was
if you
it chapter 14 when he comes in and you get Laszlo?
nope.
And then was it the one where you meet up and they?
I think it's like chapter 20.
I think I'm on chapter 20 right now.
Okay, never mind. Then.
Man.
Dang. Well, I'm going to finish it in this break, hopefully. So
Like you know what I'm talking about because you meet Ryoma.
But I've met Ryoma twice.
Shut up, nigga. Like you really meet. Well, you've seen Ryoma. You fought against, but you haven't met Ryoma.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Here I'm waiting to hop on the Awakening train because I really liked how that demo opened up. I don't know if the game and the demo opened the same way, but
Oh man, I did want to talk about Xenogears. One of my favorite games. Did not beat it. It begins low key, gets really fucking fun, and then on the third disc, it loses its fucking mind, becomes complete fucking garbage bullshit. Like nothing makes fucking sense. And my PlayStation, one of the bell bearings came on and scratched the shell of the CD, so I was never able to beat the game.
yeah.
Jeez.
Bell bearing.
Man, it's just like it's just,
Yeah, I remember on my PlayStation when I want to play like Bloody War or whatnot, I had to put the CD. No, I had to put a piece of bended paper in between where the CD grabs, and then put the CD between the piece of paper and the spinny thing, just so it'll stay there, and I'll be able to play games.
Wow.
yo,
Oh, the good days, man. The fucking good. Fuck you guys with your
Video
PlayStation
game,
4,
video game.
PlayStation 3, fucking Swish. You guys will never know blowing on the fucking cartridge and doing voodoo dances just to make it work, man.
fucking old men on the fucking rocking chairs at this point. I remember back in a fucking day.
Yo, yeah, people have no idea. Like if you want to see fucking cartoons and whatnot, your sister, your brother, one of you guys have to sacrifice and hold the antenna and do the like Ginyu Force pose, just so one of you guys could see the fucking TV. You guys will never experience that, man. You guys. That's probably why you guys hate everything, every single anime, every single show, because you guys don't have to work for it.
That's a good one too. That's what I think about it too. Like with fighting games, I remember. Like I know I've told you this story. I remember when it was in that point where my mom and I were transitioning from different houses and we didn't have TV or anything. All I had was my Xbox, and attached to it was those many foldable game screens you attach to this select console you want. And all I played was Marvel vs. Capcom for a whole fucking year. And I was like, what? Where are these arrows pointing to? A Hadouken? What's this? I spent a whole, and then getting Chun-Li's fast kicks, I worked the whole summer on my arms so I can go that fucking fast on a controller to get her to kick fast. Because Marvel 2 was one of the hardest games to get her to do that. And now it's just like, oh, just look on the internet. Oh, fuck, you just get this shit. Fucking, oh, you just do that shit. Like, figuring all that shit out by myself is probably the reasons why I still play Marvel 2 to this day. Like, I feel like playing Marvel 2. Like, and one of the rare instances where it's a current game that makes me feel like that, it's like fucking Smash Brothers. And it's just like, I don't know, that's just I don't know what it is, but I love that game so much I stay away from it because I don't want to be salty as fuck. Because, fuck. That game. But yeah, dude, like, earning it, working to earn it, that's why I don't use overlay and shit.
Wow, back to art. That's what I like.
No, that's how it is. A lot of people have shortcuts and all this shit. I'm just like, guys, I won't, like, just, are you guys so afraid to make mistakes? Like, that you don't want people to see this shit?
You think it's mistakes or efficiency?
Like, I don't even know if they're mistakes. I just, like, honestly, they just show who you are. Like, oh, your line still like shifted here. It's not a perfectly straight line, but you can kind of tell who you are by how your line work is or some shit. Like, it's like, and then I compare it to like seeing like lots of line art to like the fucking super, like, the cartoonified, like everything's a perfect line, like it was done in Illustrator or some shit. I'm like, I'm not like this character design, I'm not being told a story. I'm just you work too hard to impress somebody. I don't see you in this character design. And it's like I don't know. A lot of when art seems like organic and shit, a lot of people say it's bad. You need to work on your line art. It needs to be pristine, polished, professional. Oh, the 3 P's.
Yo, I guess I okay. I don't like Buzz Light. This is the first time I drank Buzz Light, and I'm not hyper. I should be hyper, but I'm fucking down. I want to go to bed. I want to jerk off. I'm like, fuck. I want to be lit in this podcast, but I'm just like fucking 8% vodka.
I don't know who gets hyper off. Wait, wrong. No, I don't get hyper off of beer. I don't. But
I'm like, fuck. It was a bad idea, man.
especially if it's fucking cold.
All I can say, the fact that Tony is trying to drink during this podcast is a good sign.
No. Oh, I thought you were ending it. I was like, shit, no, I got more. More shit.
Just letting you guys know, though, we're almost at the hour and a half mark.
Hour? Shit, I thought we were at 2 hours.
No, we're at 1 hour, actually.
Fuck.
No, we're at an hour and a half, close to it.
Okay, so I remember some guy was asking me, why don't you guys talk about your stories as much on the podcast? But I can't talk about SS yet.
Wait, some guy asked that?
In a comment section, like, oh, why don't you guys push your own work, like, and talk about your own works and stuff like that?
Because if we did that all the time, it would be no fun. If we just talk and then feel satisfied and not do.
I just redirected him to podcast 1 through 7, where that's all we fucking talked about. Okay.
Oh, no, wait, no, Amit. Yo, Pokemon Sun and Moon, man, they are pushing poison type Pokemon hard.
Yo, Salazzle?
Everyone.
Is he poison fire?
Yep.
Yo,
No,
fuck
her. Salazzle is the only Pokemon to have a reverse harem in the game. Confirmed.
It will only evolve if you have a female, and it has a shitload of guys.
No wonder it stands a Hague boy.
Pretty much.
But I don't want to give you the whole list because it'll take away from my strategy when I go and kick your ass and kick everyone else in fucking Christmas party.
Yo, just like you know, my koala is gonna kick you so hard.
You got a koala too?
Yeah, I got a koala.
Yo, I threw how many Pokeballs at this nigga? He kept coming out with his sleepy ass like, is that it, nigga? Nigga, here's a great ball. Is that it, nigga? Were you really? Yo, Ahmed, bro. Like, I can't wait for you to see my Toucannon, bro. Domon, fucking.
Did you name him Domon?
Huh?
Did you name him?
I don't name my Pokemon. I just call them based on certain situations. Like, I call Sylveon my baby girl. I call him Domon or Simone or fucking. It depends on mood, and the owl's always called Bloodborne.
Why is it that freaking like every time I hear you say that, all I can imagine is the fact that these Pokemon have multiple personalities as well?
Because they do.
Like that's why you're not naming them, because they're naming themselves in their heads.
No. That Toucan, that nigga's a fucking bird, but he thinks he's a fucking fire type Pokemon, man. He thinks he's fucking.
Yo, when I bring him out on the stage, like. You can tell, like, when you look at their other Pokemon, we had the battle royale, they're like, yeah, gotta grind it up to get this Pokemon. I bring in my Pokemon, it's like, well, you're aesthetic loving ass. Yo, but when Toucan comes, he's like, yo, what, nigga? Size me up. Touch me with my beak's on fire, bitch. See what happens.
Yo, if you use the flying Z move with Toucannon, it is hilarious because literally his entire, like, model goes up in the air, and then it literally does a 90-degree flip, and he just, like, drops down. That's it. Like you see the model literally horizontally just flying down at the opponent, and then it just explodes.
Oh my god! Yeah, that's.
And I'm just like, oh my gosh, Toucan, why?
I time restraints, I guess. Like I wanted Crabrawler to do some fucking bobbing, weaving, moving his arm like, but
No, Pokemon literally, they made their whole game, their whole philosophy is less work, the better. The less we have to put in this shit, the better. That's their whole fucking philosophy, man.
Yeah.
But yo, Amit, I have to admit that I think because they added the Z move, they were able to make broken ass fucking Pokemon. Because half the Pokemon in this fucking generation are fucking broken. They they should not work. They should not. They're just too powerful.
You think so? I think their stat distributions are really odd, actually. A lot of Gen 7 Pokemon have really weird stat distributions or typings that hold them back. So if their stats are impressive, it ends up that, their typing holds them back and vice versa. Like I don't know about that, but what's interesting to me is the variety Z moves bring to the battle. Like a lot of people who try going onto Battle Spot and like other things online, these online battle competitions, and they get bodied by a random Z move, and it's just like it totally changes the game because they're still trying to play to the old dynamic of not having Z moves. So that's what I notice most. But that broken I don't think there's a Pokemon that's super broken yet.
Oh,
It's just not a legendary.
Man, no. Piku Miku, that motherfucker's broken. Pexita, that motherfucker's broken. Meteor, that nigga's broken.
Oh, I know Minior is broken because it gets Shell Smash. Shell Smash is already a broken.
Well, I mean,
is Minior the one who always comes out as a spike shell and he has his back towards you?
Yes, and then once he goes below half HP, he breaks out and he's just like, "I'm a star."
That nigga gave me trouble until he fought Sylveon or some other fucking Pokemon I had. But he wrecked shop a bit because
I called mine Starface.
mine's is my team's Black Star, man.
You got the black one?
No, not yet.
He's like, no, he's the one.
Not yet.
No, but definitely for my competitive team, I'm going to be running a Minior because Minior is just so much fun.
Fuck you, man.
Why, you going to run one too?
That's why I fucking called you yesterday, and you're like, nah, nigga, I'm not gonna fucking answer the phone call because no one's gonna fucking take my name.
I told everyone in the chat that Minior is gonna be my main attacker. Okay.
Nigga, you think I read that shit? I don't want spoiler.
Dude, freaking my team wife was gonna be Sylveon with her arms crossed, Simone style, standing on top of Wailord. Come at us, bro! And then up above the sky, surveying everything is Domon with the headband.
Oh wait. Okay, so Warren, do you do you know the Skitty Wailord debacle of the 3rd generation?
What?
So apparently, do you know what a Skitty is?
Yeah, Skitty, the cutie cat shit.
Yeah.
But with the tail look like an arm,
eyes closed and shit. Yeah.
So Skitty apparently shares the same egg group with Wailord, so it can breed with Wailord.
One of my favorite porns ever.
Well, kind of. I was about to
and what you saying the Sylveon on a Wailord just reminded me of the Skitty Wailord debacle.
Man, Sylvia, she saved my life so many times. It's like, fuck, man, I might get my first loss. This Pokemon has fallen in love and become immobilized by Sylveon's beauty. Yes, my slut ass baby, take him out, draining kiss. What, nigga? Give me that health, boy.
Yo,
and then Wailord's gonna, I'm hitting him with the dick faster. It's gonna be great. But I really want to talk to you about Hunter X fucking Hunter.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Holy shit! So Toonami's on the Nen part where Nen, Ren, Ben 10, all that shit. Mm-hmm. So fucking Hisoka.
Yes.
Hisoka is such a great. He's such a great villain. My reasoning is Hisoka is in there just for himself. It left off at the episode where he sacrifices arms, goes, gets them stitched back on him, and then they have you to they show you his back in the shower, and he has the spider, the Phantom Troop symbol on his back. Then he's like, nah, nigga, rips it off. Oh, I forgot I had this up. Bam! Puts it on the wall, and then someone said, I think it was a girl, he's only in this for himself so he can keep fighting. And I just love that.
Yep.
His motivation is only to fight someone stronger. It's so simple, yet it works. And I love his relationship with Gon, because when Gon was told you cannot watch or study anyone using Nen, Ren, Ben 10, all that shit. Mm-hmm. And then Gon you could feel the connection. Like, Gon knows he's fighting right now. Gon knows Hisoka is fighting right now. He's like moving his fucking his legs while they're crossing. He's meditating. He's like, fuck, I really want to see him fight. Shit. And I don't know, man. Like, Hisoka, Togashi knows how to write, man. Like, I stayed away from Hunter x Hunter because of the hype and all that shit. And I'm like, yeah, Togashi did whatever, but I don't feel like watching it. But
Now that Toonami shoved it in my face, like the good old days, I appreciate it. Gundam was the same way. I'm not gonna watch Iron Blood. Fuck y'all, niggas. Boom. Oh shit. Hisoka's fucking good. He's so sick. And
There's two things I wanted to actually mention about that. The first thing is, yeah, you mentioned that Hisoka is a good villain. I'm pretty sure Togashi said this well before that chapter, but Hisoka is actually, and in Togashi's words, quote unquote, an anti-hero.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Okay.
He reminds me of Tagoro in a way.
Yeah. Not necessarily the antagonist, but he's always going to be opposed to the protagonist.
Like they're not just villains. They're just, and even the way Yusuke felt about Tagoro, it's like, Tagoro, you just wanted a good fight, and you were actually a decent guy. It's like, no, Yusuke, I did some shit. It was a good fight between us, and that was it. And I'm like, the way how it's now black and white, and we always talked about this millions of times in podcasts and hangouts alike, where it's just like, those are the type of villains that I tend to go for, the ones in the gray zone and everything. Fucking, oh god.
Yeah, the gray zone.
Like fucking gray zone. And even like
hashtag Justin, hashtag 2017.
Hashtag follow Justin Tails 93 or whatever on
Instagram. 3211.
Cornman.
Yes, John Cornman.
Fuck. But yeah, that and Gundam, like fuck. Yep, John Cornman. He changed it back?
No, I don't think so. I think he's Tail 3211 still.
Oh,
Instagram and on DeviantArt now.
But
And
yeah.
that takes me back. Memory lane. Remember Animale, guys?
Yeah. Oh god, we're just gonna talk about Saturday AM, guys. I still don't know what that thing they showed on Twitter was. I know the guy was from Greece. I know that.
Tony, no, not Tony Soja. What's his name?
Fuck. And the style looked triggery. I don't know. It looked like he didn't. I thought it was Cthulhu at first, but
Astro.
I don't know. There's a guy and a girl, and the story was.
Were they in a mine?
Huh?
Guy and a girl in a mine?
I didn't see a mime.
Were they? They look like Boku no Hero Academia.
Kinda.
Yeah, Astronaut.
Yeah, that was it.
Astronaut. Yeah.
Is it Saturday AM or is it
It's in the issues I have. Yeah.
Oh, okay, because it looks interesting to me, but I haven't seen it. It looked very expressive, and that's what really caught my eye when they showed it.
Yeah.
Hashtag Saturday AM, $25 a year, $5 a year. I don't fucking know.
$25 for premium, $5 for best deal in comics. Please check them out if you have the chance. What I was going to say is that I'm a big fan of the female design, but that's because it's Boku no Hero Academia's female design. Some of them are pretty darn awesome. That's kind of reflected in that work a lot, in this guy's style, I should say. And I read a little bit of it. I don't know what to think about it. It feels like a lot of character building, but not a lot of plot happening. If that makes sense. So while the characters are interesting to me, I don't really feel the plot progressing at all. Between installments.
I like it already.
And that could be a good or bad thing depending on your tastes. But I haven't also.
It didn't work for Islanders. I'll tell you that much.
It's gonna be one of those, isn't it? Oh, you're one to fucking ask.
By the way, Islanders Volume 1 should be coming out either at the end of the year or the start of next year. So please look forward to that. Islanders is made by one of our good friends, Leo. You can find him at Saturday AM. We should probably put a link to Saturday AM.
Or his Facebook page, Islanders.
Oh, he has a Facebook page. Wow, I'm behind on the times.
And he has a Patreon too.
So for the end of the year, podcast.
Warren, I wanted to know, seeing that you buy a lot of stuff online and from Japan and stuff like that, have you any nightmares for shipping problems?
I used to when I started, because they tell you
to get the cheapest shipping method, which is SAL, and they tell you like, yo, this shit's gonna get if this gets lost, there's no refunds, all that stuff. That was the first order I've ever done from across overseas, and I kind of got a little bit nightmarish over it. Then I just bucked up and be like, you know what, I'm just gonna go EMS tracking, pay $20 extra. There you go. So yeah, it's pretty frightening when you first do it. I'm not gonna lie. And when I hear how people never get their shit from customs sometimes, or it comes back damaged from customs, it's a risk. But I
don't know what the fuck custom does, man, but they fuck up a lot of packages.
They do, and I didn't know that they sometimes open it depending, and it's nuts.
Yo, they open all my packages.
I trust Ami, and it comes back nice, secure. Right Stuff too is pretty good. But I don't know if they don't ship. They ship from inside the United States. They outsource from. Okay. But yeah, Ami, I trust. Anyone else, I'm not sure yet.
Dude, I think all my Gundams, they have radioactive on them. Radioactive. That's why custom always opens them.
Radioactive Gundams.
Oh my god. So really quick, little fun countdown. And it doesn't have to be from animes of this year, just your current list, I guess, of
Wait, before you say that. Yo, Ahmed, 2017, we have to pressure Warren to see or read Air Gears. We have to make that happen.
It's going to be a reality.
Like we have to, like, I know pressure peer pressure works on them. We just have to hit them you hit them from the left, I hit them from the right, and
if you guys read Black God, I'll read it.
That sounds like a fair action.
There you go.
I would do that.
Black God means as much to me as Air Gears means to you.
That's fair. I'll take that. Especially because I've actually been interested in Black God for a while. I just never got around to reading it.
But yeah. Okay, top 5 waifus. It doesn't have to be from anime of this year. Overall, your current updated list.
Dang.
Fuck.
And
we don't have to go in order. You can just say it whenever you got a number starting from 5.
Mira from Dimension W.
Okay.
She's definitely been a waifu that stayed in my head. There was also Flammy from the series called Roca Brave Six Flowers, I think. It was an interesting show that didn't go anywhere really because the first volume really just covered one event. But Flammy was a good character. I enjoyed her.
And if you finish your list before us, I want to know what your thoughts on Witch with a Gun, what you thought of that anime, but that's it.
Izetta?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say that for last. Ram.
That's one.
Yeah, you can't go with that, Ram, and I'm sorry. I know what she means to the plot. I know she's a crutch for Subaru, but all the same, Ram, best wife. Let's see. I mean, you can't go wrong with it with Aqua. She's also a blue-haired vixen, so
yeah. Oh yeah, you can do video games and movies if you want.
If you want, as Warren furiously writes down. Yes.
Are you at 4 or 5?
I'm at 4. And the 5th one's gonna be a problem. Let me think.
All right. So.
Oh gosh. No, I have it. Mitama from Fire Emblem.
That's. Oh my fucking god!
Yo, mine's Renault Pacific.
Selfie, bitch.
Yo, mine's Renault Pacific Order, the Shelby Grove from Gundam Tri-Fighters.
That's a good one too.
Selena from Fire Emblem.
Fair.
Celine from Underworld.
Celine?
Yeah, from Underworld.
Underworld.
Yeah.
What? Wait. What is Underworld?
Overlord.
Overlord.
No, Underworld.
What's
Underworld?
Underworld?
Never mind. Oh, the movie franchise?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Sorry. My bad.
Okay. I thought you were talking about anime for a second.
Waifus are waifus, man.
Yeah, they are. True.
Shit, from the top of my head, yeah, that's it.
I could have
Um,
a sixth, but this is always the case for now and all of eternity. Emma Watson, Hermione Granger.
I hope hopefully you like Beauty and the Beast.
I'm not watching that.
Okay. Oh man, I gotta say my fucking list, bro. Fuck. All right, I can't say any of my own characters, and they would all be spoilers. So
You can't.
yeah, I'm a sick bastard. Like, no, I can't. For the sake of posterity, because SS Girl would be one of them, and I can't say it. The fact that I said SS Girl, fuck. Fuck. So
Spoiler check.
Bum. Atra.
There we
Bum.
go.
Hotaru from Girl Mark of the Wolves. You guys don't know her. To give context, she's a fucking karate chick, Chun-Li moves, who fucking wants to have sex with her brother, and she dry humps you as her super, and she's adorable, and she has a parrot. Fuck. I don't want to say Rem. I don't want to say it.
You just said it. It's already set in stone.
I don't. She's temporary on that list. That shit could change.
Ward, you're like a tsundere when it comes to freaking Rem.
Fuck. Oh god, her and Mume are coming up. Stop. Because honestly, a lot of people would expect me to say Ryuko, Satsuki. I don't see them like that. I just really like them as characters, but I don't want to fuck them. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
would
never-
if I could, but
Actually, but we had this discussion before too. Like, waifu doesn't necessarily mean you want to have sexual relationships with them.
yeah, you like you can wife them or wife them, like correct spelling them. Like, all right, Rem, you're on the list. She's kind of tied with her and Clover. Wife are both on there. Fuck. Oh fuck! I'm an idiot. Cookie and Cracker.
Cookie and Cracker.
Man.
Biscuit's progeny. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Biscuit's siblings.
Fuck. No.
What about Lucina?
Lucina. It's a tough one with Lucina.
You see, she dropped a little bit this year.
I don't main her anymore. I main Ike.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I always.
But she's
Wait.
my baby girl. Next to and Sylveon's there too. It has to be my Sylveon though.
And Brighton. Your Brighton.
Yo, I do have a question for you.
Man, I can't even answer my own fucking question.
What? 2016. What? Say one anime that's affected you, or just affected you. Somehow. Mine's is
that came out in 2016, or that we've seen in 2016.
that we've seen in 2016.
Okay.
Mine's has to be Raise of Bahama. Go ahead.
You saw that in 2016?
I think so. Yes.
You saw that last year in the fall.
No.
You saw it in 2016. You sure about that?
You saw it late dubbed on it.
Oh, that's right. Never mind.
No. I saw it sub.
You did?
Yeah, you told me to see it, and one of the best things
I
you
could
ever.
have sworn that was 2015 then, guys.
Well, fuck it. I haven't done anything in 2016.
Rage of Bahamut was a good adventure. I fucking damn.
Still on
That's
episode.
Okay, I'm trying to be honest with myself, and it's like Rem on the list.
So don't forget, Erased was this year.
Race was this year,
It was.
and that shit hit pretty damn hard. It's just fuck. When an anime ends, it's kind of okay. So, and there's fucking Iron Blood and Hunter when it hit the two parts when Gon got beat the shit out of by Hisoka, and when Hisoka was like took off the thing off his back, and when what's his face? Kilo was talking with his dad, and his dad fucking was like, he is my son. He'll be like me. Fuck.
I have to say that
Yeah, I can't say just one. I'm sorry.
My Hero Academy is not on the list because it was too short.
Well,
Yeah.
at least the season 2 is coming out, so we're good with that.
Commentary negatively affected me.
Well, that's an effect.
Warren, say one. Have you said one yet?
Oh, okay. How about this? The one doesn't have to be the one that most, but just one.
Well, if you could point one out, that's all I need. Just point something out. Because
You know what? I'm gonna
Because
I'm gonna give it to.
I have to admit, because for me, I'm looking back 2016, nothing really affected me. Nothing. I can't say one standout anime that I have seen.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna say 1.5. I'm gonna
Go
say Erased. Erased really got me.
But because I may reminded you, but it's all right. It's your list. Not Ahmed's list, but it's
If
your
I want to say the one that got me the most that I couldn't sleep at night was the night I saw Cabaneri episode 1.
cool. I'll take that.
Shut
Not the
fuck
series
up.
with the one episode.
You're not gonna like SS, boy. Erased. I just read you Erased.
Oh my gosh. For me, it was ReZero. There's like no contestant
Of course.
there.
Oh, still Ray Zero? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if I were to compare Erased and ReZero still wins because ReZero is my aesthetic.
No. It's cool. You made a video talking shit about Ray Zero, but okay.
I did not. Come on. Tony, you're not that drunk. You don't have to be a dick right now.
And I loved Erased so much before I watched the episodes I watched after the podcast we did for it.
Mume?
No, Ray Zero.
Who are we talking about?
Ray Zero?
Oh,
Okay.
Yo, who's drunk?
the show or like a character? I missed that part.
Wait, guys, what?
Are you talking about
Okay.
a character or are you talking
Okay,
about the
I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna break down the elements. All right. I watched Ray Zero, right?
Mhm.
Then we went on the podcast and talked about it.
Yes.
The episodes I watched after that podcast,
Mhm.
it kind of lowered it for me. I don't know why.
Because we hyped it up. I mean, it's only natural.
I guess so. But before that, when it was just me watching it, and I was like, fuck. It was a lot more, I don't know, it was a lot more immersive. I don't know, it just, but then again, the way they wrapped it up and all that fucking bullshit, I just wasn't a fan. It just drained out that sense of like fucking, kind of narrowed in for me a bit.
I do have to say, while I watched it with John, I was always discussing with him my immediate thoughts about the episodes, like in between episodes. And I don't know if I told you guys, but we literally we started at 4:00 one day and ended at 7:00 the next morning. We binged it literally the entire way through. And we just took breaks like here and there just to talk about stuff. And, like part of me thinks that was a great experience. And, it was a great experience, but I'll never have the experience of just watching it by myself and kind of being lost in my own thoughts about it. Would I have felt the same way? Or would it have been different because I'm not trying to pick up on things so I can have a conversation with somebody else when I'm watching it the first time.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I do think that regardless of what could or could not have happened, ReZero still did have an impact on, at least what I'm creating. And like I mentioned to Tony in a conversation we had, ReZero was the thing that kind of pushed me to realize, hey, there's no point in me creating stories if I don't have fantastical elements in my stories. And then I turned X, which was a pretty cookie cutter experience, I would say, with only a couple of surreal elements, and I made a lot more of it fantastical. And now I actually really enjoy working on it as a result. So, that's the one good thing that came from it, and that's what affected me most from this season. I don't think Erased did that for me, although Erased was good in its own right.
Yeah. The thing about Erased was the same thing. It just, I guess you're supposed to do it, I guess. When you're narrowing into the climax, then you're narrowing it into one concise or whatever moment and then ending off your story. I guess if you leave it off too broad, it's too indecisive and it's not clear cut and I guess it's not that well executed. I guess that's the stigma a lot of people have. But with Erased, I just loved so much how he hung out with the girl and you didn't know if she was going to be okay or whatever. Because he was still a 27-year-old dude or however old he was in this little kid's body. So he was that sense of like fucking shit, danger could pop up any minute. Like there were stakes and shit. And like you felt like he had pretty little power against whatever elements was gonna kill her, right, and everything, and who the kidnapper was, and it's like then when it all narrowed down to, oh, I tricked you, oh, you're the teacher, oh, I don't know how I survived that incident in the car in the cold lake, but whatever. I don't know, it just felt like it was going into the main character's favor too much, like too convenient over and over and over and over, and I just got bored. Like it was just like, all right, villain, we get it, but it's time for you to step out. Anime's ending. You gotta take your cards away. No more of that. No more of that. We gotta end this because it's gotta be a happy ending. And I don't like villains, antagonistic forces being shoved under the bus like that, because they're characters too. But I digress. Like, yeah, pretty much.
Yo, Ahmed, are you looking forward to Furious Faith?
Shut the fuck up.
What's that?
The Fate of the Furious.
Oh, the Fast and Furious, that sequel. That's not it at all.
Wait, you enjoy the Fast and Furious franchise?
Oh, you were asking seriously. Oh, I haven't seen much of it at all.
Seriously, what franchise do you watch then? Because fuck,
Star Wars.
I thought everyone was peer pressured to watch that shit and actually enjoy it.
Star Wars.
No, man.
Just say Star Wars, but I know it is.
Nah, he's gonna say Transformers. I swear to God, I missed Independence Day. I bet money on that shit.
Shit, then that would make me the only one who never saw that shit.
What?
I did see Independence Day. I told you that.
Yeah, exactly. See, I knew that shit, man. Fucking dork.
We'll talk later.
Wait, did you see Harry Potter Strange Beasts and Where to Find the Black Guys?
Not yet.
Oh.
Of course not. It's not Independence.
What are you talking about? I have to see that with my mom and my brother later.
And he still hasn't seen Muhammad, the guy with the lion breath, the boy and the beast. He haven't seen his or her circumstances. Like,
you mean your name?
Yeah.
Mine and her circumstances. Oh my god, that should be that's basically the fucking movie. Fuck. It's still one of his best film. But his films weren't that great.
Yo, who the fuck said that fucking Summer War was a piece of shit movie? Fuck you guys, man. I don't even know what the fuck I'm friends with you guys.
I don't know why either, Teddy. I think
it was a crap movie.
Man. Wait a minute. Can I get a filmography of this nigga who... I'm sorry, I blanked out. What's his name? Makoto Shinkai?
Yeah, what about him?
He's the guy who did Summer Wars, all that shit? No. That's the guy who did fucking Your Name. Mamoru Hosoda. Okay, so
Shinkai did Garden of Words. He did 5 centimeters per second. He did Children Who Chase Lost Voices. He did
the Lost iPods and all that shit.
Your Name Is, and he did a couple other films. He did one where this chick volunteers to become part of the army, but this army goes into outer space, and so she's just traveling in space alone, and she's trying to maintain contact with the boyfriend over time, but the messages take longer and longer to get to him because there's a longer distance for the message to traverse.
Okay.
Yo, when I first saw that movie, when I was in love, that was so heartbreaking and so powerful, but now retrospect, I'm like, man, that shit could have been so much better.
So okay, and
that was a film made of fucking passion. People just having fun. Fuck you.
And Mamoru Hosoda did, your Summer Wars, Tony, fucking Grow Up Through Time, fucking Wolf Children.
Yo, I still cannot believe Girl They Live Through Time. You guys did not understand that this guy's going in time, fall in love with all her fucking family, so they could keep track of that thing in the museum. You guys missed that whole storyline.
Wait, say that again? Because, I did miss it.
The guy that's traveling through time, it goes to time, falls in love with every person from her family. So the person, the females will protect the artifact that is in the museum.
Wait, seriously?
Yes, and no one noticed that shit. I'm like, fuck you niggas. Fuck talking about movies.
Was that in the
Care.
prequel?
You guys don't care about stories, plot, or anything like that. You guys only care about aesthetics.
Was that in the prequel, or was that like actually something you managed to pull out of the film itself?
The film itself? There's a prequel?
Yeah, there's a prequel film. It's actually a live action, but it was greenlit as it takes place. The main character of that story is the aunt of the main character in The Girl Left Through Time. And it tells the story of how she became a time traveler, so she was able to convey the information, or how she was able to travel through time, which she conveyed to the main heroine of the original movie. That's what I wanted to say. Yes.
I have not seen that. I probably need to see that.
To be fair, I don't remember that fucking movie.
Okay, Warren, we know you don't have that great taste.
I just those films, like, I don't know, man. I watch them and I just don't. Like Wolf Children, I remember. Boy and the Beast, I remember.
Of course you do. Of course you remember Wolf Children.
Yo, Wolf Children was awesome fucking movie until it ended, and I'm like, fuck this movie.
Shut the fuck up, Tony. Where else was it supposed to go?
Better than that.
Niggas who like aesthetic and no fucking plot. None of y'all niggas saw Wind Rises. Suck my dick.
No, I saw that movie.
All right. Bullshit.
What is it about?
Shut the fuck up. You don't remember it?
No. Is it the one with the giant bugs and the whistle?
No.
The fuck is The Wind Rises in?
The Wind Rises is about the guy who designed planes in World War II, and then fucking it's a story about his day-to-day life after that and shit.
And his dreams, and he dreams about this faggot, and they're just making love with the fucking airplanes for the whole time.
Yeah, it's amazing. Great movie. Not as good as Porco Rosso or Spirited Away. Warren! Aesthetic, Warren, we're sorry. Little Girls and Pigs, I'm sorry. They went out to, you know. Welcome to
we should probably end the podcast.
I'm Backpedal L. Jones. Welcome to another Backpedal session of. Okay. I feel like I have one more topic.
Okay.
But I don't know what.
Yeah,
I have a topic. Hey, Warren.
Yeah.
So tell me something. Does it work that if I put your address in for something but put my name, it'll still go to you?
You know, with this postal system, I would be surprised, right? Yes, I don't think so. It's saying no, it's not yours.
Oh, dude, I bought something from Japan. From China, and these motherfuckers. I live in Massachusetts. They send it to Illinois, and they're like, "No, your package came." I'm like, "To the wrong fucking address. It's not even the same fucking country, state." Well, no, but it came before the delivery date. See, we did good. I'm like, I don't have it. Give me back my money.
Fucking
They won't give it back though.
Oh no, they'll give me back my fucking money.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
Topic.
Oh, dang it.
Because I want, like, I would be like, hey guys, let's just talk about our stories from Barrage 3. But I'm like, nah, nigga, you guys have to wait, boy. I don't want to. Fuck. Yeah, that's it. I mean, yeah.
I wanted to know, Ahmed.
Yeah.
It makes okay. X. What is the closest? If you have to compare X to another anime or another story, what would it be?
Dear God.
I said this before in the last podcast. It was kind of like that pitch question that Jay had brought to me, but I think it's pretty heavily inspired by visual representation, cinematic storytelling.
Not inspired. Just pop on the name of anime. That's what I want.
An anime you want?
An anime is
Or
story.
anything.
Yeah,
Or any like title, whatever it was based off of.
Like I said, Kingdom Hearts probably would be the closest.
And what are you looking for Kingdom Hearts fucking 3?
Oh,
Let alone
Actually-
2.8.
My biggest 2.8. I'm already sold because Aqua's in it, and you can customize it now. And my inner fanboy is just squealing with delight.
Yo, that is the most dumbest fucking shit I ever
I don't
seen.
care if you think it's dumb. I'm
Fucking
buying it
life.
up, dude, and I am like 100% sold. I'm 120% sold on buying that game.
No, okay, no. Those outfits they have her wearing makes her look like a fucking she-male.
Listen, I don't care what you think. I'm going to enjoy the crap out of the game, regardless of what you say. So go on hating, Tony. It's fine.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying she looks
No,
like a
but-
fucking she-male because of those fucking.
Whatever, dude. Anyway, what do I think about 2.8? Yeah, I'm gonna get it. What I hope for in 3, what I'm hoping for, or actually what I'm most excited for, is the possibility that we might be able to play as more characters in Sora, especially like if it's controlled for certain scenes and I guess scenarios, because it's a main entry title, so I don't want the story to deviate from Sora. But at the same point, it'd be cool if like in between worlds is like a small little mini section where you're playing as Riku, or a mini section where you're playing as Ventus, Aqua, or Terra. Just doing something parallel with the story, and then you return back. So nothing as lengthy as in Kingdom Hearts 2, where you had to play 6 days of Roxas, but something where like maybe it was like a day, like, or a level or something where you just breezing through with one of the other Keyblade wielders, and then maybe in the culmination battle you could control them in a couple parts of the battle, a lot like in Kingdom Hearts 2's final battle, where you got to control Riku for a portion of that final battle.
Dude, don't give. You know, I think deviation aside, I think it already deviated, like from Sora, like from what I've seen, because it's like it already brought in like the 13 darknesses versus the 7 lights or whatever the fucking number was, and yeah, I don't think it's just Sora anymore. Like all the trailers they show is just like they show Riku and Kairi talking to Yensid, and Sora, yeah, he's training to kind of feel like he needs to redeem himself from failing the Keyblade, the Master's exam and everything. And you also got your scenarios with fucking Mickey and fucking Aqua and their shit, or whatever the fuck they show in 2.8 and how it leads over. And of course you got your sleepyheads fucking Terra and Ven.
Yes.
So
See,
yeah, you got I don't know. I feel like it's gonna branch out a bit from Sora, but I could be wrong. It could be just Sora heavy.
Yo,
yeah.
actually, my last question. Do you guys think this year was productive for your Pacific Souls? Because me personally, I don't think this year was anywhere near productive. I think what I did this year was meaningful, but I didn't get none of the things I actually want. No, I just didn't do that much this year, and I find that awkward. But go ahead, guys.
I'm in much of the same boat, because a lot of this year for me was figuring out how my brain really wants to work and approach everything when it comes to pursuing my career, when it comes to pursuing art, when it comes to living my life. I've been very focused on like going through a process of find a hypothesis, see if it applies to me, test it out, and then if it does, that's the mindset I should have, or that's a decision I should stand by, at least until something else comes along to prove me wrong. But like trying to get into that mindset of defining how I should live my life, but then also trying to be adaptive to other unforeseen circumstances has been like a really, I want to say, big struggle, because it's not easy to do anything of what I said. And it's even harder to like declutter your mind and really focus on the tasks ahead of you when you're always mired by like doubts and like other sorts of insecurities and fears that start kind of encroaching in on what you're trying to do. So I think in that sense it was productive, but like Tony said, I didn't get much done in terms of art. I got like maybe 4 art trades done. I did Inktober again, and I wrote a novel, and I am working on X now, but I'm nowhere near actually making pages. So, that's not as much as I'd wanted to get done this year. I'd been hoping to have been sitting on a finished comic by now, and I'm not.
For me, I'm learning, like, kind of similar to what Ahmed said. I'm I got a lot done internally. I didn't release that much art. I didn't really release much of Dead Star either. I don't think so. But I've just been learning how I work as a person. I learned that when I fuck up, I know how I fucked up, and I know how to fix it right away. I learned how to break down the elements of everything I do, running, video games, drawing, and I know how to make my own way of execution my actual own. I'm starting to make my process instead of recycling it from someone else and calling it my own. And overall, after, like I told you guys and everything I think I said on the podcast, like when this Dead Star comes out, like all my comics and all my personal projects are going to be more released on a smaller scale to like a email list of people for free. And it's just like, that's where I'm at right now. Like where I don't want to appease anybody anymore. I don't want to just shove it out there. Hey, give me money and I'll do what you want. I don't want to do that. And that's not, I've never been like that growing up as an artist. I don't want to start now. And sure, it'd be cool to make money from my art, but I realize that playing the game of money, it will never end. Shit will always come up, and you always have to rise to meet the demand in order to survive. And putting my passion for art under the bus like that, just to get money made by fucking some people not much smarter than I don't want to do that. So yeah, I'm learning to set aside that, you know. But yeah, productivity wise, I mean, people have seen art from me, but not that much. So I guess I haven't done much. But for myself, growing as a person, leaps and bounds. So yeah.
Yo, Ahmed,
Hmm.
are you keeping track of what's happening with Donald Trump?
Here and there. I've actually dropped off since the election, but I've heard a couple things.
Okay, he's doing pretty good. He's fucking surprising me, and I was never really against him, but he's stepping up, and it's so funny because now he's like, yeah, everything he said was a fucking lie, and now he's actually acting like a civil fucking person, actually having smart conversations, and yeah, he's mimicking a lot of everything Obama had, Obama's agendas and all that shit. So it's pretty interesting to see.
It's true, but like
360.
his choices are still dubious. Now,
He hasn't made any choices yet.
well, that's his projected choices. Let's say that his projected choices are still dubious, and by that I mean the people he's putting in his cabinet. They're all CEOs of really large corporations, and I get why he's doing it. It's because he thinks running this country as a business is the best way to go, and he's acting upon it. But at the same time, these CEOs that have, like, especially the ones he's trying to put into these positions, have track records of being terrible with money, terrible with spending. They make really risky choices, and they don't have a clear appreciation for that stuff. So putting them into these powerful positions, how are they going to use that power? That's the big issue. However, I agree with you 100% that Trump's positions on everything are actually pretty legitimate positions. And I think he was just saying all that. He was riding the populist wave to get in office because he saw that Bernie wrote it and it worked. And then he's going to go in now and he's going to try and be a decent president because a lot rides on him being a decent president.
Like literally, I was so surprised. I saw like a speech that not a speech, but like an interview and stuff like that. And I'm like, fuck, I see like a real person. It's the first time I ever felt like that towards him. And everything was just mimicking Obama. It was hilarious.
He's always kind of been a real person. It's just that before people thought it was ugly, and now people are like, oh, this is kind of cool.
It's usually pretty ugly in the election phase. So.
Yeah, it's always toxic. It was more toxic this year than any other year. I'll give you that much. Like, I mean, I think I mentioned this before. But when my dad comes to me and is just like, yeah, this is definitely the worst election I've lived through, then I know something's weird because even the previous generation is saying this is bad.
Yeah, because like before, like even with like Obama versus McCain and stuff like that, they talk to each other and like they it wasn't as crude like you really had to pick out what they say to kind of be like, oh, we might have a little misdirection in this and how they in their policy if they become president. But this one, Donald Trump just said whatever, and that scared a lot of people. But,
I have to say because Obama Trump is like, oh yeah, Hillary Clinton is gonna go in jail. I'm gonna personally put her in jail, and now he's like, oh no, I was just lying. She's fine. Those emails they weren't shit. They were nothing. The wall. He's like, oh, we're not building the wall. That's on. It's not like we can afford it. It's not ethical, so we're not building a wall. And I'm like, but that's your whole campaign.
Trump has brought a new proposal. We're going to build a fence
made of candy.
He just comes out. It's like everything I said in the election was just fucking plain on lies, and I was like, but no one's talking about how he just went 360 and just became a real person. I don't know. It's just,
and now when he's talking sensible stuff, no one brings it up. I hear no one talking about Trump.
Yep.
No one talking about his election shit. It's like what you said, Tony. They feed off of, like we were talking about.
Warren?
Fine, but that's what humanity was built off of: negativity, warring, and conquest, and debating religions.
The other thing is,
domineering.
The president is firmly in the pockets of the media because the media kind of. Okay, this is going a bit against conspiracy. I'm not going to get too much into that, but I think also the media is not going to speak out against the president right now because the president and the media are in cahoots. But that's besides the point. What I really wanted to say was that this podcast has gone on too long, and I missed my complete train of thought because of it. So we should probably stop now.
Okay, so everyone, man, these plugs. Okay, I'll try to make them as.
Oh man, boy, do we have plugs. Woo, we have plenty of plugs.
So guys, we're not gonna disappear like some fucking Star Trek fuckers in the teleporter. We're right there on social media. You can follow us on Barrage. The Barrage Facebook page is just Barrage, or you can join our group and talk to us and have hangouts at Barrage Crew. And links will always be below. You can follow me personally at the Road to PDS. You can follow me on Twitter at NU and then inside the fucking parentheses MB. I do warn you, I'm going to put a lot of porn there because yes, I'm secretly a hentai artist. You can follow me on NewCan to see all my porno stuff. Yes, I'm doing this because end of the year, haha, you'll probably never see me again, fuckers. And
instead we're not disappearing.
Hey, there are two personalities and war in my head, all right? Let me finish. Yeah, so please look out for that shit. Barrage 3. Don't ask about Barrage 2. Build a wall. Okay, you guys next. So before I go to the
no. Barrage 2. Just link her to Blood Rose.
What? No. Our links are down below, guys. I put them all there already. So if you want to check them out, they'll be there. Let's also point out a couple people who we know. We've got the Blaze Brothers and their manga Iridescent. Please check it out. Link will be in the description down below. We've got Jay and his comic Infinite, who released Volume 1 recently. You can get a link to that in the description below. It's also Junior Charles, a.k.a. Jay Parker, a.k.a. Silrance. You can find his work, Love Sucks with Losers, on allthingsbeyond.com, or you can go to the link down below and buy his book. He just released his first volume as well this year. Who else? We definitely have the Fine Folks at Saturday AM who keep doing good work. You can check them out. Just go type in Saturday AM in the Google search bar. You get to their site. They got some cool stuff.
You forgot about... I forgot. Dizzy?
Yeah, Dizzy is another good one. So our friend Josh who has a comic called Dizzy. He's working with another friend of ours, Ruben. Ruben is the artist for the project. You can check out Dizzy. I don't think that's in the description down below, but we can add that in later. So for now,
it'll be on Tapastic, and if it's not down there when you're watching this, check back tomorrow or follow us on our page. I'll probably make something on the Barrage.
The tactic is where people go to die. You have to go to what? Indie manga,
GMI.
That's the shit, where you can vote every fucking month to be the top loser and lose from fucking white manga. and have someone actually draw your shit.
There's so much ripping. Oh, also, please check out our friend Will Fife, who is the creator of Glow. He just released his 6th chapter, and volume 1 is complete, so he'll be trying to put that into book form. You can find that on GMI Manga. I'll probably leave a link to that in the description below because it's not there right now. And you can also find him on DeviantArt. I can leave a link to that as well.
Also, you have Duelists.
By Mike Tony, which you can find on Tapastic, right?
Yeah, he's super popular. He makes videos of tutorials how to draw. He has a really sexy voice. If you want to go sleep, have good dreams, that's where you want to go.
Yeah. Who else? There's definitely a couple more people.
I mean, they're gonna be updated as it is. So
if you want to give money for good donation, Blood Rose, she's always looking for commissions, PDF commissions.
You keep saying Tony. No one's gonna find her. Heart Blood Rose.
We got Cameron Knight, C Knight Comics, C Knight Art.
He recently restarted on Instagram his comics and chill page. He's been posting to that like recently, so you can check that out. It's by him.
He's been putting all of his time into his art because he quit his job. So Patreon at C Knight Art, C Knight Comics. The link will be below. And give him a buck if you like his art, whatever. Yeah, support him, and he's got 2 comics coming out. Run eventually, and Lion Knuckle. He's got an official release date, January. I forgot the exact date, but January. Look forward to that.
2017.
Yep, and you guys fucking Shingo Amito with your ex teasers.
Oh gosh, hearing you say that name is so foreign, Warren.
I hate saying it.
Let me say it. And I am Shingo Amito. You can find me on YouTube, DeviantArt, Instagram, and Twitter as Shingo Amito. I do illustration. I do writing. I try to make comics. I'm working on a comic right now, Project X. Hopefully it'll be out next year. That's the dream, so that I can put it in Barrage 3, which is also coming out next year, alongside my attempts to publish my novel, Legends of Esternia, which should be coming next year. There you go. That's all my stuff.
Hey, yo, Ahmed, you make videos, right?
I do make videos occasionally on my YouTube, yes.
And darn, whatever. But yeah, time lapse. Yo, but why haven't you made videos that's just talking about specific animes you watch, like Raid Zero and blah blah blah? You don't have to give a review, but just talk about it.
I've considered it, but I don't really want to do that because
okay. And also, guys, our audience, Ahmed has a brother and he makes beautiful music and beautiful art stuff. And check his
SoundCloud,
YouTube.
King JS.
King JS, yes.
He's gonna be a musician of the highest quality when he decides that he doesn't want to follow his father's footprints.
And a doctor. He's studying to be a doctor.
Yeah, when he realizes that was a big mistake of his life and he's never gonna get those 5 years.
He's gonna be a successful one in the family. I'm gonna be the reject. We already established this.
Yeah, but you're always wrong, Ahmed. You're always slow in the intake.
But anyway, that gentleman is Tony. I'm calling him a gentleman. I really shouldn't. You can find him wherever you want to, I guess. I'm going to leave it at that. There's your plug, Tony.
error underscore full underscore error at DeviantArt and Instagram. He doesn't follow up on that on Instagram as much, but whatever, look who's talking, right? So
links in the description below as always.
And
if you want to see me, I'm mostly active in Tumblr.
There you go.
Jacking
off the point.
Yes.
So guys, I have questions for you guys, audience. Like questions we said before. What are your 5 favorite husbandos, if you're female, whatever, or gay, whatever the fuck you are, or waifus on one anime this year that really affected you, or if you're an indecisive fuck like me, 1.5 or 3. So
as well as what are your goals for whatever type of creation you're doing, if you're doing any creation or just in general. You can put that down below as well. It doesn't have to be like, your yearly New Year's resolutions or anything, but just like some goals you have that you like to see completed in the near future. That'd be nice to hear.
And one more, a video game you like that you like, but you know your friends don't like as well. A game you like, untouched by peer pressure.
I do want to know, has this year been productive for you guys, or it's just been shitty for everyone else, and for you guys it's been awesome?
And last but not least, if you play Fire Emblem, tell me whether or not Odin Dark is the best husbando ever. I don't care if you're gay or straight. He's ultimate husbando. Anyway.
No, he's not. I'm
Shut up,
sorry.
Tony. Shut up. I don't need your opinion right now. You suck.
Yo,
and you know what? So does your boy Laszlo. So
it's
suck it,
Leo.
leave.
No,
Go
Leo.
away.
Leo's number one husbando in that fucking game.
I'm actually
Fuck
surprised
him.
you said that. Like, legitimately surprised. I thought you would be fighting for Laszlo.
Nah, Leo's my dog. Leo was like, really? Fuck, I should have picked a girl because you deserve all the pussy, man. You
What?
fuck Leo.
Fuck.
No, seriously, no. Odin Dark cannibalizes every single woman in North. That's where we end this podcast. Thanks for watching, guys.
Happy Easter, everybody.
Happy Kwanzaa. Merry
Feliz Navidades.
Yeah, what Tony said.
Yo, wait, you know what? Something? Yo, fuck you guys, audience, man. I made a video with Spanish, and people just kept on saying, "Yeah, I would have cared more if it was English." You uncultured people. Yo, there's other people except English. English is not the only language. Yo, are we really gonna